Hear me? Anybody? Nobody in the chat and YouTube, but we have someone in the inside the Rumble chat and Odysee, so we're live streaming everywhere. Is anyone here? All right, so we got no one here. All right. Actually, but how many? Oh, actually, it says 8 people. Is anyone here? And can y'all hear me? Hear me. Alright, oh, rotary motion, let's go. Okay, we got rotary motion, first one on the YouTube one. And yeah, so I have like 3 chats open there now. Okay, 6 people live right now. Yeah, good sound. Okay, epic stuff. I try to get that in right away. Okay, Joe Lafayette, hi MES, let's go. Alright, so we have 2 guys in the comment, and then Odysee has one as well. Loud and clear, let's go, guys. And Jeremy's in house as well. Let's go, El Hombre. Oh, let's go. We got some El Mexicanos over here. Let's go. And Fulcrum is in the house. Okay, we got more and more people showing up. We got 11 people. All right, we'll do some housekeeping right now. As you can see, I'm gonna actually test out if it's working right now in Rumble. So I'm live streaming at Rumble at the same time. See if it's working. How do I like refresh or something? Because if it's not working, I'm not gonna. I really don't. Oh, there it is. It is working. Okay, and then Russell Smith, never forget 9/11 Moonchild. Let's go, guys. I'm calling from a plane. El Hombre's calling from a plane. What? Are you using your cell phone or the airphone? Wow. I don't know what you guys have in Mexico up there, but well, I'm assuming but you guys have more advanced technology than I am. You're actually on a plane. How high altitude are you? Are you moving yet, or no? Just still like low altitude? Or have you taken off? Okay, the Marcus Oriolis is Rumble Chicken. Let's go. Okay, so we got a whole bunch of people everywhere. We got chats on chats, guys. This is unheard of. Okay, I'll make it a bit smaller. Okay, so I don't want too many chats like showing up. Otherwise, I have to move my face somewhere else or remove it. Okay, so El Hombre's on a plane, guys. He's literally calling from a plane, guys. I need to like erase this headline. Should be impossible cell phone calls unless you're El Hombre. Okay, Olk McSiggy, MC Gee is in house. ISS is here. Okay, we got a whole bunch of peeps just throwing comments on. Let's go, guys. Alright, let's see the housekeeping. I think we'll do some housekeeping right now. Also, actually, let me just check other thing right now. So we got... Okay, so the Rumble was working. Yes, Rumble was working. I'll play it and mute it. So Rumble's working. Okay, Ick is in the house, or IQ. Okay, so that's working. I'll just close... I'll just move it, actually... I'll just leave it open there. And now I'm gonna check Odysee. Okay, Larry One's in the house. Like, hey Patriots, let's go. And he's got a whale emoji. That's interesting. I don't know how you got that. And that's my paper airplane. No, El Hombre. Yeah. So apparently, El Hombre says it's my paper airplane. So apparently in Mexico they got paper airplanes. So it doesn't act like a Faraday cage. So you can actually call from cell phones. Amazing technology. All right, I'm gonna check if this is working. Okay, it's working on here. I'm gonna the audio. I'll just close. Okay, it is working. Okay, volume is pretty loud there, but that's good though. You guys, is the volume too loud or good? Okay, everything's a big fan here. I guess we got a whole bunch of peeps in the show. So 17 people. All right, so I think everything's good to go, and live streams working and everything. All right, 17 viewers. How many? 16 congruent right now. We have a chat rate at 4. There's a whole bunch of peeps chatted. Okay, big fan here. Let's go, IQ. Okay, so we have a whole bunch of peeps everywhere. Okay, so let's do some housekeeping. Oops, nobody in the chat. Okay, this is earlier, and I'll just I'll just close this one up because I already have the chat here. All right, so we got everything going strong as always, guys. Here is links to links. So guys, as always, links to links. So I need to do 4 or 3 chats here. Links to links, guys. Oh, okay. But nobody's in the Odysee one. Is there even people listening to Odysee? 0 congruent watching on Odysee. All right, someone told me to make Odysee. So guys, if we're gonna keep at 0, we're not gonna do Odysee anymore. I'll say where y'all at. All right, so no one in Odysee, but good. Let's just keep going, guys. All right. I might do X or whatever, whichever one's good. And all right, guys. So let's continue further. Jeremy googly. All right, we got a whole bunch of peeps in there. Okay, so that's housekeeping, guys. As always, everything is on. So here's a link to links. and just do some MES links right here. I'm gonna throw a bunch of links everywhere. MES links, and okay, this one here as well. And basically, yeah, go to the links, and you'll see everything there. MES links, everything will be there. You got even the MH370 sign-up links there. We'll need to update some of them, but anyways, everything's there. You can drop down and open up as you wish. And there's Livestream. You can go become a super fan, guys. Again, yeah, become a super fan and support this operation. $15 a month Canadian, or $3 American. Become a super fan. You get custom emojis like this, and yeah, you got the word towers go, book, gyroscopes, Hurricane Aaron, and MES logo. And you also get a loyalty badge like that. All right, so become a super fan, guys, on the YouTube. And then I think you can subscribe also on Rumble. So click the subscribe button. Anyways, throw a bunch of cash money at your boy. And here's more buttons to throw money at me. Money or gold bars, I do not discriminate. Or crypto. Yes, you got crypto links, PayPal, and so on. Bitcoin, Hive, and other stuff. Anyways, that's enough asking for money. Alright, I already checked all this stuff, so that's pretty good. Alright, and as I mentioned a few live streams ago, and someone's MES job offering, add timestamps to live streams. I could pay in shoutouts. Also create a second channel or channels to upload short clips of the streams or just post them anywhere. Yeah, feel free to use any of my content and so on. I prefer if you add a link as well, but don't be forced to add any links. But yes, to the original, wherever you get them from. Anyways, upload and share anything, and you can monetize them, do whatever you want with them. Just go on strong. Trump equals Biden, same club as in the house. Let's go. All right. Those are nice custom emojis. Actually, those are normal emojis. If you want custom ones, join the super chat or super fan. Anyways, okay. Also, I want to make a point right here from the last live stream. Last live stream was a pretty wild. I didn't know what to expect, but I want to make a point here. So peeps in the chat, please be nice to guests. Let them share their story without ridicule. Some people were were going at it at my last guest, but again, just keep bad things to yourself, or send it in private. I don't want publicize all this nonsense. But anyways, okay. So right now I'm streaming on Odysee and Rumble now, and so that's pretty wild there. Okay, streaming on Odysee and Rumble, and still zero on Odysee. Man, Odysee. Okay, we might have to cancel Odysee, and so on. And then Rumble, streaming on Rumble. Streaming out 52 people. Is that 52 congruents? Oh, 9 congruents. Okay, so 9, and we got 21 on the other side on the YouTube. All right. Okay, so we got all that going. And now the next setup is MES links, guys. As always, you go to the Telegram. I share only the finest links and notes. Is Norman in the house? Where's Norman? Oh, there it is. Oh, there's 911 visitors in the house, guys. Let's go. Guys, as always, I put everything first thing I will put on Telegram, just because it's easy to search and so on. Okay, Larry says, I think the audio would be better if it turned down a bit. Okay, so I turned down a bit. Let's see how it looks. Hello, testing. Okay, so I lowered the volume a bit. Let me know if it's good, if it's better. That better. So guys, feel free to always give me some feedback and so on. Alright, so we got a whole bunch of peeps in this show. Okay, MES links on Telegram is where I throw everything in there. First thing, and then I would upload and so on YouTube and so on. So yeah, we got a whole bunch of stuff in the show, and also there's some more housekeeping. So I put a housekeeping list in the notes now. Guys, fund my trip to John and Nancy's lab, and so it's pretty much a go. I'm gonna book the flight soon. And basically help fund the project. It's gonna cost a lot of cash. My brother will fund some of it, and basically I also renewed my passport. I forgot that it expired. So anyways, I'll be going not late November. And renewed passport. I'll just erase this because I am looks like I'm going to be going November 16th, Saturday, to the 20th. So right here, so Nancy, and also Nancy gave me the AOK to live stream an event for Hutchison frequency edibles. So she booked like a 100. She booked a movie theater for like 100 people, and she wants me to live stream that event. That's on November 18th. So I'll be in California from November 16th to 20th. Then I'll go to John's lab after that live stream. After the event, and also see what I could do in his lab, and so on. And also, John and Nancy literally sent me a package of edibles plus music package, and these are using John Hutchison frequencies on the edibles when they're growing, and then they also have the frequency as the sound. And she actually sent me an iPod too. So this is quite a epic stuff she did. So if I go to my Telegram, Nancy, look what she did, and I'm gonna test it out soon. I think I might do it after this live stream again. I don't know why. Something happened to the Telegram web. It just nothing searches properly. So I have to go to the bottom and Nancy. Whoops. Why is it not typing it? Nancy. Okay. Yeah, okay, so here it is. So basically, Nancy sent me this right here, honey caramels, double portion brownies. So you got 2 packages of these brownies and other stuff, all edible, with John Hutchison's frequencies on them. And then also, she also sent me literally an iPod and headphones with the music soundtrack that or the frequency. So I haven't listened to it and I haven't tasted this yet. So I'll go on strong probably tonight. And yes, she gave me. I asked for instructions. She said, eat a brownie, wait it 20 to 30 minutes, put earphones on, play iPod. You should have a playlist with 3 parts. Let me know what happens. All right. So then I said, Nancy and John Hutchison sent me a package of Hutchison frequency weed brownies and an iPod with a frequency soundtrack. If I end up teleported to another dimension, you know why. Okay, so something happens there. Okay, so Larry says better, much better. Okay, epic stuff, guys. Thanks on the sound there. Hey, we give it to Ashton in the stream last night. Okay, epic stuff. Yeah, I heard 9/11 Revisionist was posting there and also got banned by all them. I was gonna go and comment, but then it says you need to subscribe and wait 20 minutes. I'm like, what kind of nonsense is this? All right. Yeah. So that's actually what I said too. Let's see. Where's that comments? I sent one to. Yeah. Oh, this right here. Yeah. Said only subscribers of 20 minutes or longer can send messages. So I want to go and call out Ashton Forbes. All right, so that's that. Okay, so we got all this one. So anyways, so I got the packages, and so again, warning: if something happens to me, you know why. If I end up teleporting or if this is infused with some sort of transgender drugs, I may be a transgender. I will not be silenced. I like ice cream. Revolution. Free gelato. Okay, let's go, Jeremy. All right. Okay. Also, another part of housekeeping. Yeah, this was from the last live stream. So, Amaterasu Solar, the guest. So she actually sent me her father's name privately, and I was able to find that he graduated from Caltech in 1968. I think that was 1968. Yeah. So she sent me that privately, and I was able to find it online, and that pretty much matches up well with his work with Thomas Townsend Brown while at Caltech. So that is a good nugget there. Anyways, going further, October 19th, live stream with Methyl Miner on alternative health hacks. That's next week. I sent him a message to confirm, so we'll see what happens with that. But that should be there next week. And also, again, November 16th to 18th, live streams in plural, possibly with the John Hutchison. Again, this time exposing disinfo agent and psycho liar Ace Baker. But also, I'll be in his lab, and in his lab. And stream in his lab. So it's going to be quite fascinating. And also November 23rd, JFK anniversary live stream with Alan Forrest. Anniversary. And then as we get closer to the election, I'll do some election live streams. All right, so that's that. So now we're going to go stream notes and links. So now we're done with the housekeeping. So basically we're going to go on this live stream. So MES live stream 58 impossible cell phone calls on 9/11 and more MH370 Teleportation Hoax news. Okay, Scott NYC says you should try the Hutchison frequency experiment during live stream. I don't know. It's gonna be just me lying down. but basically, I will be live streaming it on the 18th. Her event is literally gonna be everybody's testing out her edibles and her other brainwave technology and other contraptions she made. So that will be on the live stream on the 18th. We're all gonna be teleported to Saturn or something. Anyways, guys, so this is the title here. But anyways, so join me as I deep dive into the alleged cell phone calls on the alleged planes on 9/11 from a physics perspective as well as from the many discrepancies and anomalies involved in them. I also go over the MH370 Teleportation video fakery, which keeps going absolutely viral. I don't understand how anyone can watch this video and then and think it's anything but like just the fakest video. And also, this is an epic thumbnail. I got that. I found that from Rotary Motion. I grabbed that from your post on X. So that was epic stuff. And then this background, these photos, I got them from the Veritasium, and it's a frame. I think that that was CC Lyles or Niles, a Fredder name. But anyways, we'll cover that as we go through. So there it is, Ashton Grifter extraordinaire. Yeah. So when he talks to when people first hear him, they're like, "Oh, this guy's so confident," and in the way he says stuff. But it's like he's lying. Everything he's saying is complete and utter lie. If you just take any sentence he takes, basically any sentence he makes. Just double check it, and it's all just lies. Anyways, okay. So first thing we'll do is MES or Messi scoring goals. So we're gonna show off some over here. Okay, so on last Sunday we had a soccer game, and I told my team whenever there's a camera, I just somehow just score more goals than usual. So this was me taking a free kick. Let's see if the audio. You guys can hear the audio. Let me know if you can't hear the audio. Okay, there's your boy MES.
Hey, press the net. Press the net! Yes!
Alright, let's go! Alright, so that's your boy, and then the second goal I got as well. I got 2 goals now. This one didn't show it going in the net, but it was good, close enough. Whoops, I was playing. But that slide pass. Oh. I just want to go. Okay, this slide pass is absolutely epic. This one right here, my teammate. What a slide pass, and then your boy just buries it. All right, so that's MES showing off. Let's continue further in our journey. All right, so thumbnail credit to Rotary Motion for the Ashton Grift photo. So this one right here, Ashton Grift, epic stuff here. All right, bend it like Beckham. Let's go, or Beckham or Beckham. Yeah. Okay. I actually have one on my YouTube channel where I did actually bend it like Beckham. Okay, we'll do one more showing off. If you go to YouTube, MES, and then you go here. This right here. Actually, go to goal. So this one I actually did bend it like Beckham. This was a championship game 9 years ago. It's unreal. Okay, let's see here. Let's play this one here. Woo! Let's go. Okay, so that was a bend like Beckham with the left foot too. All right, let's see the replay. And there's a camera behind the net as well. All right. All right, so that's your boy 9 years ago. Let's go. it was tied 1-1, and then there's like how many minutes left? There's like 6 minutes left in the second half. All right, so that's that. Let's continue further in our journey of discovery. All right, so the next part here, and then so I have a bunch of this stuff here. Then we'll go through the passengers and cell phone calls and so on. But yeah, it's gonna be quite epic. And again, follow Mark Conlon on Substack. Absolutely mind-boggling, mind-boggling work he's done. And the crowd roars. Nice gifts. Yeah, Larry says, and the crowd roars. Yep, definitely. All right, all right, guys. Still 0 on the Odysee. Somebody in the Odysee gotta up their game. I'm gonna refresh to see if someone's actually there. So we'll do some betting, guys. Over under. Will anyone show up on Odysee? Yeah, the pun in the dude's face. Yeah, that's what you gotta do sometimes. No, it didn't hit his face, hit his chest. But anyways, let's continue the next one here. Alright, so the next part, I have a bunch of this stuff, and then we'll go to the 9/11 passengers and cell phone calls. So, thumbnail credit, MES meme alert. So I made this meme actually yesterday when I was eating dinner on my phone, and using my phone just to make this meme because 9/11 revisionist had made a meme, and then I made a second meme. Actually, so here's the. Oh, I hate when it does this. Okay, so something's up with this. So this is, I'm gonna go up to here. Okay, so if you go right here, this was Alien Scientist, his thumbnail for, he had a video with just Jeremy Reese, and so he had a live stream with Ashton Forbes. So his thumbnail, he used that meme right here: free energy, oil and power companies, central banks, and so on. I forgot what's the full thing look like. I gotta go and find it. I haven't looked at the full image. I'm gonna go back to that image right here. Okay, pretend fighting. I'm gonna go here. Let's see if this looks up. I know it doesn't open up. Just open up in web. I can do that. Okay, and then a few days later. Oh, whoops. This right here, and then yesterday. I just want to see how the full thumbnail looks like.
Could have a device.
Okay, this doesn't work there. I'm gonna click thumbnail grabber. Alright, oh, there's the links right there. Thumbnail grabber. Just grab a thumbnail. Just click right here, and then get YouTube thumbnail. Whoops, image URL. Where's the image? YouTube live stream thumbnail grabber. Company light. Okay, Timothy Sullivan's in the house. Why do you not believe Ashton Forbes, AM? What are the debunking facts? Well, Ashton Forbes is a certified liar, and he knows it's fake too. But anyways, I have a whole series on the absolutely fake videos. Why can't I just click stuff properly? Oh, hey, partners, Tucker Tries is in the house. Let's go. We have 42 people on the YouTube. Just grab the live stream, grab the thumbnail. I don't know what's going on here. Okay, we got some technical issues. I hate how things just don't give me answers. Okay, I'm gonna go continue on my.
You've got to be very.
Okay. Oh, this guy's an interesting character. I think it's yeah, again, part of the psyop. We'll get to some more stuff. I just want to show the image there. Okay. Oh, never mind. So that's all the thumbnail was. There was no sniper one. He didn't include a sniper. So unless he cropped it out. But anyways, going back, and sorry about that detour. But we will get back into this. Anyways, so he had the thumbnail says free energy, oil and power companies, central banks, and so on. And then 9/11 revisionists made this. The truth, Black Ops, cold dude, free energy technology on 9/11. And then it has this person that says the cover up Thermite, nanothermite on 9/11, and then one behind it for idiots, bombs on 9/11, for the sheep government, jet fuel on 9/11. All right. And then I made one here. I made one here. MES meme alert. We'll go to the MES meme alert up top here. So this is Alien Scientist, Jeremy Reese, Alien Scientist. AM says he's a liar. Thanks for clearing that up. Anyways, AM, just keep stuff to yourself. The stuff is obviously fake. We'll cover a whole lot of that. I have a whole giant live stream on it as well, and several videos on it. But again, every aspect of it is fake, and especially Ashton Forbes. He's the biggest fake guy ever. Okay. Anyways. So, Alien Scientist, he says, I'm the biggest clown, and then and Ashton Forbes says, debunked, I'm the biggest clown. And then Richard Gates, he says he's been clowning since 9/11, and then literally you got the sniper right here, the biggest clown, dressed up as a frog. This is not Photoshop. This is literally a photo of him doing that face, wearing a frog costume. So he's literally a frog. Okay, so we got that. Let's see, Alex Jones, frog costume. All right, so Alex Jones is not breaking the clown allegations. This is a real photo. What's he doing? And he's drinking chemical water, and he's turning all fruity. Maybe that's why he's watching. Yeah, maybe that's why he's drinking that, or he was watching that trans corn. So we'll call it that. Okay, Jeremy wants to be stranded on an island, a deserted island. A deserted island. Interesting. Yeah, that is true. All desserts would be pretty epic. All right, let's continue further. Let's start power through some of these funny stuff. All right, so Ashton Forbes and Jeremy Reese pretend fighting. Let's click some of these pretend fighting right here, and think how it works like this. I'm gonna try something. Let's see if this works. Ashton Forbes pretend fighting. Copy link. Let's see if it opens up in the web version as opposed to. Okay, so open in web. Open in web. Okay, so each time I gotta close that then. No, I don't want to do that. Okay, so we can't do that. We'll just close this. So anyways, so again, going back to the Jeremy Reese and Ashton Forbes, they are pretend fighting, and then I think they've been friends way before MH370. Friends as in like distant folk colleagues. So I wrote right here. So on August 7th, 2023, Ashton Forbes nosedived into the MH370 teleportation videos hoax on X, and Jeremy Reese, aka Alien Scientist, had an alleged experimental breakthrough on that same day. One day later, retweeted, Ashton Forbes, Ashton retweeted. I gotta edit some of this stuff. One day later, Ashton, or I'll say, okay, and then I'll put this here, nosedived, and I'll put this in capital, and had an alleged breakthrough on the same day. Yeah, so on the same day. And then one day later, Ashton retweeted Jeremy. So and then fast forward to a few days ago, Ashton calls out Jeremy for his 9/11 Thermite disinfo grift and briefly mentions Do. And then yesterday they go on a live stream together talking about how much they like each other and so on. So if you go right here, you can go on X and you could search like this. You could go from just X Ashton. You go and tell and this, but he blocked me, so I got to go to a separate account. But anyways, so I go from 2013. Okay, Andrew Johnson does not like Alien Scientist. Yeah, Alien Scientist is a liar, and so he's been covering up many things. He's even been covering up the TR3B stuff, and he also covers up 9/11 big time. But he's also a psychopath. Like some of the posts he posts about Judy Wood, some of the memes he makes, is absolutely ridiculous. But anyways, so the guy is a psycho. So if you go right here, if you search from 2013 all the way to this one is I searched to August 8th of last year. The latest tweet would be August 7th, 2023. This is when he mentions this was searching basically MH370, I think. I forgot, it doesn't show in here. But anyways, the first time he speaks about MH370 was on August 7, 2023 on X. And he says, why am I looking at two different videos? One of MQ-1L Predator, colorized IR. He's just making stuff up. And satellite footage from NROL-22 or 32, both showing orbs circling a 77200 ER. He's just talking nonsense. And then disappearing. Is this footage MH370? So he shares that Regicide Anon video. And then again, that same day, Jeremy Reese, he posted on his X on August 7th, 2023, it looks like we have our first successful replication of LK99 at our lab in Worcester, MA. I'm not sure what that is. You can see how the sample behaves in a strong magnetic field, etc. And then Ashton Forbes retweets him literally the day after, or even a few hours, depending on the time zone, after he posted about MH370, and he says, here's a video that shows both diamagnetism as well as ferromagnetism with a small iron speck. All right, so it's like, how do they know each other right away? And why is he tweeting about him? I think, and then fast forward to a few days ago. So a few days ago, he went on this rant against Jeremy for his Thermite stuff, and then he says his fake teleportation video is way more evidence. See this? Let's play this one here. Okay. We got some issues with that X-ray. Okay, I got to do it.
I don't like you, Jeremy.
It's not shown. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open up on here. This was at this live stream.
Okay, Jeremy.
So this was 3 days ago. Let's play this right here.
Well, here's the kid.
So there's Jeremy's in the comment section, and then he's calling him out and he swears at him.
Okay, Jeremy. Well, here's the note for you. You can get the fuck out of here then. Because that attitude is exactly why I don't like you, Jeremy. The attitude where you think you're so superior, but you can't even answer these questions, Jeremy. These questions are for you as well. And I've been very, very nice to you. But the irony I find about Jeremy Reese is this. Jeremy, when he wants to take his credentials and pretend like he's so much smarter than everyone, always tries a high road. He comes into my replies and he claims, I'm a physicist with 20 years. I've never accomplished anything, but everybody should listen to me. And he tries to beg for attention. Please listen to me. Please, Candace Owens, have me on. Everybody should be listening to me. Why is no one listening to me? I have so much experience. I've never actually accomplished anything, but everybody should be listening to me anyway. And so he plays both sides. He plays the one side where he says, I know everything. I'm a physicist. I know I'm smarter than you. And then the other side, he says, I believe in conspiracy theories and that 9/11 was an inside job and that they planted thermite in the buildings and that all the other conspiracies are stupid. All the DEW conspiracies are stupid.
Notice he mentioned DEW, but again, this guy is covering up 9/11 as well. But he knows that towers turn to dust, so that's an interesting thing. But he's again, they're all grifters.
Like, bro, how are you gonna pretend to have these weird conspiracy theories and then also play up the mainstream media? I'm just so much smarter than you. If you are so much smarter, like, honestly, I'm so tired of these people, bro. Like, get the fuck out of here. Peace. You show proof. Jeremy, you don't show shit for proof, bro.
That is true. It's like they tell you the truth. He also tells you how Alien Scientist's motto is. So when it's physics stuff, he'll say, oh, follow the mainstream. And then when it's 9/11, oh no, it's Thermite. So he does play both sides. And this guy, he knows full well Alien Scientist doesn't show any proof.
Not even a fraction of the evidence for the 9/11 conspiracy that you promote relative to the MH370 video.
Well, technically, he is actually true. Even though the MH370 videos are complete hoax, there's at least something to go by. This Thermite one, there's literally nothing. There's not even a video fakery version of it. There's no flashes. There's no high heat. Nothing on 9/11. So he does know that there's Thermite. There's less evidence than a hoax video for MH370.
Not even a fraction. You have zero proof. None at all. None at all. Why don't you answer the questions?
Okay, and now it talks about physics or whatnot. But anyways, so that's him pretending like he doesn't like Jeremy. And then fast forward, and then literally yesterday they go on a live stream together talking about how much they like each other. All right, so they literally go and talk about how much they like each other. And there's them on the live stream. Free Energy Friday. We'll click on this one. Yeah, there's Jeremy. There's Ashton. There's some other clowns. Anyways, he says Free Energy Friday. The Ashton Forbes Free Energy Teleportation Deep Dive. What is it? Okay, I'm gonna click this thing. Show only on new tab. And also, guys, and it's official. We have our first live guest. So Dylan-esque joins on the Odysee. First Odysee guest. Let's go. Where's the Odysee? Let's go right here. So it's all just me, and then this guy shows up. Dylan-esque Odysee needs a first viewer. I'll be your Huckleberry. Let's go. Okay, guys. Okay. Yeah. Again, in the comments, we're talking about Jeremy Reese, not Jeremy Bartlett. All right. So yes, Jeremy, the alien, the fake alien scientist. Okay. So continuing. Yeah, I'm gonna go back right here. Just listen to it. Yeah, so you saw him swear at him, and this guy right here is a funny guy. I'll show footage right now soon of him. All right. So this guy says, this Friday I wanted to talk about free energy and how easy it is to get duped by scam artists, magicians in this business, based on my 20 years of experience. So he just tells you. So this, if you know statement analysis, he's telling you, he's projecting. So this Friday, I want to talk about free energy and how easy it is to get duped by scam artists and magicians in this, magicians or Freemasons, in my opinion, in this business, based on my 20 years of experience of scamming. How much experience does he have in scamming? All right, Ashton Forbes is a newcomer to the free energy scene who just got on one of the biggest podcasts in the internet, Candace Owens. Yeah, so he went on Candace Owens somehow. And what's interesting is, so he got on Candace Owens. Candace Owens charges fee. So how does he get on Candace Owens? But then Candace Owens, she apparently charges like $75,000 for 15 minutes for a Zoom call for like advice or whatever. And she also has this premium speakers thingy where you can go and book her for a live stream. I think where's more info? I think it tells you the price right here somewhere. But it's like, I think it's like $100,000 or something. Okay, where's the Owens? Candace Owen speaker. Okay, MTM says, can you talk about the actual topic and stick to it? So much giggling and wasting time. And let's go. Okay, sorry about that. I will try to minimize it. But again, let me know what you think. All right, I just want to continue here because he was on Candace Owens' show, and then you can see the speaker booking right here. So Candace Owens, you can book her speaking range from $50,000 to $100,000. So again, I think somehow Ashton Forbes is getting involved on this, and you can book for live streams and virtual meetings as well, videos of it, and so on. Okay, so anyways, let's continue back and let's continue to focus on the stuff. Okay, so yeah, so anyways, so that was him live streaming together right here. And then he writes, Ashton Forbes is a newcomer to the free energy scene who just got on one of the biggest podcasts on the internet, Candace Owens, to talk to her and her audience about the science of teleportation and free energy, which he has admitted which he has admittedly just started to learn about and still very confused about. I've given Ashton an invite to the stream, but I will mostly be reviewing discussion points made by Ashton on the Candace Owens podcast. Okay, Timothy Sullivan says, many of us love the giggles. All right, that is true. I do like that. Is Dr. Joseph Farrell a scam artist too? I haven't seen him too much of him. So, but again, if you wanna, basically my view is everyone's a scam artist unless proven otherwise. and otherwise is that's talk about 9/11, Dr. Judy Wood, and that's the first start. Tasha Tailing says, giggling like an Assyrian schoolgirl. Let's go. All right, that's me saying let's go each time. All right, let's see what else we got here. Okay, anyways, okay, so we got that. Yeah, and this guy here, I'm going to sidetrack one more time because this guy here is very, very interesting. And so a lot of people talk about the fake alien invasion that's showing up. But I think what people don't realize, there might be a fake demon invasion. So let's right here. So Luis Elizondo, whom is a former, when I make spelling mistakes, whom is a former intelligence, U.S. intelligence officer and director of the AATIP tasked with investigating UFO sightings for the government, said that the top Pentagon official told him to stop investigating UFOs because they are demonic. Sounds like the fake alien invasion will actually be a fake demon invasion. All right, so this guy here is director of the now defunct Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program, AATIP, which was associated with the Pentagon UFO videos. So this right here is a very interesting character, and so on. And let's.
In fact, I had one. I remember the conversation very well. This is a person I respected tremendously, very, very senior person. He's told me, he said, "Lou, I want you to stop doing this." I said, "Okay, sir, I certainly can, but may I ask why?" And he says, "Well, we already know what it is." Now, at that moment, I honestly thought maybe it was our own technology. I was running up against some super uber secret SAP, and they were telling me to stop. And I said, "Okay, sir, so it's ours?" And he said, "No, that's not what I'm saying." And he said, he asked me point blank, "Have you read your Bible lately?" And I wasn't quite sure where he was going with that. And I said, "Well, sir, I think I know what it says. Where are you going with this?" And he said, "Well, then you would know that these things are demonic and we should not be pursuing them." Yeah. And he wasn't kidding. That's exactly how he felt.
So this is a Pentagon. This is a Department of Defense official saying, stop looking at UFOs because they're demonic.
Correct.
All right, guys. You see the spin that these guys are making. So they're pushing this demonic, and he's saying it's not their own. So he's basically saying U.S. government does not have this advanced tech. So it's in other words, when someone says advanced tech does not exist, then what follows after that is complete BS. So anyways, so the actual truth is the UFOs are their own. Could be projections, hologram projections, and or actual flying saucers. From advanced technology. All right, and then we just had someone join the links chat. The Sonal Nell, let's go. All right, and also someone here has Restless Nerd has a good point. People barking orders for free. So, but again, if anyone has some critique or some feedback, constructive feedback, I'll try to apply it. But if you send cash at me, that's more likely to to listen to that. So send more cash. All right, so there's Ashton Forbes and Jeremy Rich half fighting. And I'll just go over what's the rest I have. Actually, we'll do the Ashton Forbes here. MH370 grift going mainstream. So for those asking, are the videos fake or whatnot? You can literally go on my Telegram and search the word Ashton. Okay, this web Telegram is messed up. I need to go to the bottom and go Ashton. Okay, I have literally dozens, and I have like infinite posts about Ashton the grifter, and so on. So going back right here. So I wrote right here, Ashton Forbes continues his legendary disinfo grift run by interviewing Candace Owens on Monday, and Andrew Johnson is still thinking liar and huckster Ashton may be right about the obviously fake MH370 teleportation hoax videos. But then I sent Andrew an email explaining some like why this guy's a complete grifter. So he was on redacted. So he's on redacted somehow, and he's on Candace Owens. and they're getting like hundreds and millions of views, like hundreds of thousands, millions of views. And this was this was the day before, and then they're on it. Former current intelligence, that is. Yeah, Timothy Sullivan showing some emojis. Stephen F. So guys, this is what you get emojis, guys. You get emojis, and you can give me feedback where I'll be more willing to listen to. So the more cash you send, the more I'll listen. All right, so that's Ashton there. And if you go further right here, I have like giant threads. So Ashton Forbes going viral again, this time on big alt media and controlled opposition redacted. So redacted is controlled opposition. You can tell from their 9/11 and basically, and you get the other guy in there. Now, alt media accounts, concerned citizen, again, there's another one of these disinfo. They throw in real info and disinfo all the time. It's pretty funny. Going viral, posting the obviously fake MH370 teleportation videos. And the grifter extraordinaire Ashton Forbes is still lying and grifting. So again, there's 6 million views on this one here. Like, they're getting 6 million every single day. They're getting more and more. And I put some right here. So world-renowned grifter and clout chaser Ashton Forbes is writing an open letter to NFL quarterback legend Aaron Rodgers over his dismissal of the MH370 teleportation hoax video. So he got Aaron Rodgers being asked about it as well. And he wrote a giant letter. My letter to Aaron Rodgers. Oh my goodness. And, but also interesting, Aaron Rodgers says he asked one of his teammates about 9/11. So I'm like, all right, let's go. Okay, so... UAP activity peaked during lockdowns. Yeah, that is true. That's when they started really being pushed as well by the government. So it's like whenever a PSYOP, like they've fulfilled the PSYOP, which is the COVID stuff, and it's like then you transition to the next one. It's like a movie. It's like then they foreshadow what's the next sequel to this PSYOP. So anyways, again, my view is Ashton Forbes is part of this Project Bluebeam PSYOP, and I'll explain it too. I'll read the email actually I sent Andrew Johnson. All right, so. Again, you can go on my thingy and search Ashton, or you can search MH370, and I have infinite content on this, like absolutely infinite. MH370. You can go search all on here. Here's the first videos I went over, and the only reason I actually made the videos, actually I think this should be even further. This should be way before. This is not going less than it. I don't know why it's not going less, but again, it goes even deeper. Okay, this for some reason the web Telegram doesn't show it all. So you gotta open up on, actually what I'll start doing is this. Okay, what I can actually start doing is maybe I'll open up like this. Okay, so when I talk about when I show Telegram, I'm just gonna go strictly on the actual app right here. And now if I go, let's go. If you search, this is my desktop app on it. So you go search Ashton. I got literally, how many do I have? If you search Ashton, I have 86 posts about Ashton. MH370. I got 82 posts MH370. So you can go, if you want to see all the proofs for how fake it is, you can go all the way down here. I think one of the clearest ones is the cloud. The clouds don't move even at like 10x speed. So playing the MH370 global view footage at 10x speed. So if you make it, this is a composite video where you basically take every time it gets out of screen, you move it, so you get one giant continuous footage right here. So here's this one, I made it 10x speed. So if you make a composite of the video, so that's why there's some black spots there of the video where you form just a giant giant portrait like this. And then if you play 10x speed, you could see nothing moves but these plane and this contrails. It's literally like just a photo. There's literally nothing moving. And I think it's looking down in the water. I think the waves are frozen as well. The clouds are frozen. And like think about the distance this person is traveling. It's like or this hoax is traveling. There's literally nothing going on. Like this is 10x speed. Nothing happened. Absolutely nothing. There's no cloud. If you go look up right now in any clouds, you're going to see it moving. And if you're super far away, you're going to see a ginormous thing. Something's got to be moving. Like this might be water waves or something, just like frozen. And plane is making a trail. Commercial flights don't leave trails. Interesting. Well, I don't know what you mean. Commercial ones don't leave. Depends on where they are in the atmosphere. I don't know. Possibly, but anyways, this one is doing something. So, but again, the clouds don't move, and the clouds are obviously fake too. From the Jonas Deru guy made them. All right. So this is a great video stitching them all together. So this was the slow version of it, and I just made it faster. All right. So I think I'm going to start doing this for the whenever I do Telegram. All right. And going further. Okay. And then this person right here, actually, someone commented on my Rumble. He says, oh, I can't access Telegram here, so can't see it. I think you already basically did it in one of your long live streams. I think, yeah, one of the early ones. It's the only other video I've watched of yours so far, but you did show the animation and showed his cropped Twitter post. So deceptive. It convinced me he totally is a liar, and I was 100% believing until that point. So you can... Salty PhD says, yeah, so basically I woke this person up for the PSYOP of the... MH370. So unfortunately, I can't find that part of the video, nor did I remember which one it even was. Sorry, Musos, and I sent links to where you could find exactly what that part is, and so on. Okay, Abby Rockefeller. Let's see, Timothy says, but Jason told us this was vectoring. What does it even mean? It's just completely. There's literally nothing moving. Like I don't know how to state that. Okay, Russell Brand is also in the AV 2024 grouping. That's because all of his mess. Yeah, Russell Brand's got a weird. He's got a weird Jesus like persona, or Jesus Messiah complex, or whatever. Russell Brand. I think I posted about him. Oh, this was RFK, Trump, Russell Brand, Edward Snowden, and Vivek Ramaswamy all headlining the Bitcoin National Conference. A whole bunch of controlled opposition nonsense. And then Alex Jones was on this guy's show. Okay, this one I posted. Yeah, so he's got this weird Jesus complex where he's kind of dressed like him, and he has like the cross and so on. So Alex Jones on Russell Brand's show, and why did they stretch Alex Jones' face so wide? So this one right here, they made it so wide for some reason. Alright, so that's that. Continue further. Anyways, and then he also has this guy on there. They talked about... and what's interesting, if you listen to this part here, Ted Walter... Russell Brand actually asked Ted Walter, can you give one piece of evidence that shows, let's say, Building 7 was demolition? This guy would not say... He's like, oh, there's a bunch of stuff. He just wouldn't give one thingy, because he knows it's fake. So this one, if you watch this video, this guy... Just from his obliviousness, if he is oblivious, literally makes this guy look like a clown, and makes conspiracy people look like a clown. Like this guy out. If you watch this, you'll realize this guy knows more than this guy, and this guy's supposed to be a 9/11 quote truther. Okay, going further, and yeah, and somehow he's got Tucker Carlson on there. Anyways, I'm just showing off the thingy here. Okay, Trump leaked coup. Okay, yeah, and again, Project Bluebeam it's all the Project Bluebeam is getting big always. So U.S. Senator confirms existence of UFOs in America, and look at this mumbo jumbo. Anyways, so that's that. So I'm gonna start. I'm actually gonna close this one right here. Elon is working with NHI somehow modern VTech. Russell is trying to be a modern mystic like a guru. That is true. If plane is making, no, if plane is making trail, something is wrong. Very rare conditions, they actually leave a trail. Yeah, but again, it's there's nothing moving. Okay, so that's that. What else did I have in here? Okay, so half moon directly. Okay, this one is an epic post. I did not see this one. I'm gonna go half moon. I'm gonna go moon. So again, this is much faster on the actual Telegram app. So this is the first time I've ever seen it. There's actually a half moon. Here, someone made a post. Okay, so Natalie Virginia sent a post about Ted Walter and video mashup with Walter and Russell Brand. Okay, yeah, that is a good one. May play if we have time, but we have a whole lot of stuff to get through. We got 1 hour. We haven't even got to the cell phone calls. So, all right. So this one right here. This is from a video. I'll play the video. So if you look at this video, and this is after the first tower. This is after the first tower got hit, and there's a bunch of paper everywhere, and there's I think it's gonna be like a helicopter or something flying. Okay, there's gonna be a helicopter flying nearby. Yeah, there's no plane in there. Like, where's the plane? This is again this 852, 846 was when it got hit. Okay, and okay, there it is. There's a weird. I think it might be a helicopter there. But if you go, and then it goes looks upwards, and there's a half moon there. Okay, Eric Red says half moon that day, half moon at Trump rally incident star. Interesting. Can you? I need to send me some of that. I gotta look at that one. So there's a half moon. This is the first time I've ever seen a half moon. Oh, there it is, half moon right there. And I wanted to double check it's actually the moon, so I went and looked at the stellarium, and it's literally a half moon. Okay, so that's the moon. Oh, and actually, there's this weird at 9/11. If you watch carefully, there's weird like these spiral thingies like that pop out like these spiral dust formations. Or where I think yeah, this one right here. So if you look right here, okay, yeah, there's this weird yeah, it looks like some sort of trailing, like one of those trailing fog thingy. But anyways, so look at that weird line there. It just pours out like that. Judy Wood was the first one to mention that. Okay, Sunny Jesus says, what is the significance of the half moon? And again, it was directly above the WTC. And I think Stephen F. actually wrote right here. Incredible discovery. It was directly above the towers. It was almost 50% light and dark. The moon sign was Gemini, or in other words, twin towers. And also Trump and Gemini are literally intertwined. On Stellarium, I noticed both Saturn and Jupiter appear to be in conjunction with the moon, almost equally distant and opposite from each other. That is true. If you go to Stellarium, you have the moon, half moon there, and you got literally Jupiter and Saturn like perfectly spaced between them. So something's up there. And going back to that post right here. Yeah, so if you go to Stellarium, and you can see there's a Saturn half moon over there. And Stellarium, if you see how it works, you can click this one right here and basically go and find it. You can go in the location, change the location, NYC, and then change the date all the way till the 11th. But there's no way to save the thing unless you have the app, maybe. But anyways, or actually, I should have saved it. I could have saved it. Never mind. Yeah, so I forgot to save it. Anyways, so you can save the date. I'll do that next time. But yeah, so this one here is a Trump birthday, New York, because like, you got the full blood moon in this as well. Okay, this is I don't know what's going on here. Observed with naked eye. Oh, that's the sun. I gotta zoom out. I don't know what in the world just happened here. Okay. Night mode. Okay, anyways, I don't know why it's doing all this weird stuff. Okay, there's constellations and so on. Okay, so that's that. I close this stuff. Okay. Going back to the proof stuff, because again, what people don't realize is for those who haven't seen the proof stuff, I have a whole playlist on this. You can see a whole bunch on this. Again, but Telegram's a good way too. You can just search up as well. But whatever's not there is usually on the live stream and other stuff. So I have a full one. I made this one 10 months ago. MES Livestream 11, Emergency MH370 Broadcast of Psychological Operation. And then I go video fakery, duplicate frames, not video compression. They really have duplicate frames in there. You got UFO orb rotates the wrong way. It's clearly fake. It just takes another frame and puts it in there. And then there's a whole bunch of weird occult stuff with it too. With Malaysia and 666 and Ukraine too, and Russia and Ukraine too. Then there's the hoax. This is the punch out thingy that Ashton Forbes was lying about. There's literally no punch out. And the entire sky matches all the match stock footage. There's a strong connection with the moon. Interesting. I don't know, but Henry Hudson's ship was the half moon. No way. No way. Okay, this guy, Timothy Sullivan with the absolute bombshell of bombshells. Henry Hudson's the half moon. No way, no way. This is Manhattan, right? This is New York State. This is the guy that found New York State. Absolutely unbelievable. Epic, Tim. My goodness. Okay, this is okay. Absolutely epic, guys. He literally found the Hudson, the Henry Hudson who sailed up the Hudson River is named. It's literally the ship was called Half Moon. Are you waiting for more people to talk about the phone calls? I was going to talk about it. Actually, I'll go to the phone calls because I kind of get distracted and stuff like that. I want to save it for the end, but okay, I'll go to the phone calls. I'll finish this one and then go back to the phone calls quickly. So again, based on people and this stuff. Okay, going back to the Hudson one. Actually, but again, I'll go on here. It's this one is much less buggy. Hudson. If you go to Hudson. So not only his boat is named the Half Moon, and there's a half moon on top of the WTC on 9/11. Henry Hudson was on September 11th, 1609, and then if you get 6 upside down 9, so it's all just 9/11. That's when he discovered Manhattan Island and the indigenous people living there. So he literally discovered Manhattan on 9/11, and his ship was called Half Moon, and there's a half moon on top of WTC during 9/11. Like, okay, this is something wild. All right, guys. Okay. IQ says get onto the phone call stuff. All right, so that's that. Let's see, power through. What else did I have? Okay, Half Moon directly, and there's a whole. Oh yeah, this was a whole bunch of other stuff. I should probably move this to another one. But anyways, going back to here, I'll show one more thing and then get back to. Then I'll go to the phone calls. right, guys, we're gonna go straight to the phone calls. This is. I want to go right here. AE 911 Truth. All right. Yeah. So basically, so again, the AE 911 Truth. They sent out an email saying this momentum is unprecedented. Please help me raise $10,000 by October 20th to keep going. Dear Keith, as a message to Keith, these are tremendously exciting and hopeful days for the 9/11 Truth. More and more people, including prominent commentators, are joining the chorus for demanding answers about what really happened. So they're a chorus to demand answers. Why not just go look at the answers? Many of these were part of the 9/11 anniversary conference, the 24-hour. This could not have happened without you. But I need your help to keep this critical moment going. I need to. And it says, I don't know why it's not shown there. Okay, I don't know why it's not showing. But anyways, I'll read the bottom. I need to raise $10,000 by October 20th so we can take full advantage of the increasing interest in 9/11 and the World Trade Center. So again, 9/11 Disinfo Grifter Group, A 9/11 Truth is asking for $10,000 by October 20th to push the usual control opposition lads. Instead of donating them, donate to your boy MES. Okay, okay. The Marcus Aureolus has this stream gone off the rails? Now we're doing astrology. Are we now going to deep dive into madness and getting to numerology? All right. Just calm down there. Again, I find everything interesting. What I find interesting, I put it in there and then keep going. All right, guys, and it's not madness. There's a whole bunch of 9/11 is the big one. Pentagon was literally the ground broke was on 9/11. It's a giant ritual. If you watch the 9/11 Alchemy, Facing Reality, that's a big one. So 9/11 Alchemy. 9/11 Alchemy, Facing Reality. Facing. Oh no, not that's the best one. This one, again, I just hate how everything is like this. Like, I'm gonna go back to this. Big idea. 9/11. Okay, so now it's not showing big idea. Like, what's the point of a big idea? I don't know what just happened. Why is it not showing my own video? Oh, part 3. Part 31. A big idea. I literally typed a big idea and it's not showing up. Anyways, for those who haven't seen it, watch 9/11 Alchemy, a big idea. I'll put the notes there because you watch on any platform. So you watch it. There's a whole bunch of occultism. For those interested in occultism and so on, watch this, guys. For those interested, and for those skeptics, just watch this. It's pretty epic stuff. And so on. 9/11 Alchemy is quite remarkable. All right, so that's that, and I put screenshots of a whole bunch of stuff. But anyways, let's get back on the show. I'm gonna lower my chair, and we're gonna get straight into the 9/11 phone calls. All right, so I'm gonna fast forward this. I'll do some 9/11 phone calls, then I'll get back into some of this stuff here. All right, so 9/11 passengers and cell phone / airphone calls, MES passengers and cell phone calls, Excel database, and I'm gonna lower my desk so I can stand. So I can sit. All right. 1 second. And now, all right. And I'm gonna sit on my ball chair now. All right, guys, we are just hang on with me. Let's see the comments. Okay, so here's my head popping up. All right. All right, let's see. Should be good. Good now. All right, we are good to go. All right, so the next one is 9/11 passengers and cell phone airphone calls. So for those who haven't been aware, when I did the live stream with the Mark Holland, before that I made this ginormous Excel file. So if you go to this Excel file, and I put it in here. Okay, Telegram. Let's go to, I think I put it like this. All right, so there it is. So I just put the links in there. That's cool. Okay. So I made this an Excel file. I don't know why things just pop up there. Like just show up here. All right. So I made it a 9/11 passengers database. You can download it here. The link is to download it is right here. and of all the 9/11 passengers, crew, and hijackers, which I'll be filling in for many years to come. So I'll be doing this for as long as it takes, and basically try to fill out every single alleged passenger. And then I also made it. You could also do the pivot table, and you can see the number of passengers, the hijacker that you can see in the blue there. There's the orange is the crew, and so on. And I fill it all up. Okay, Eric Red says my phone still doesn't work in an airplane. Yeah, that is true. Mine never does. Right when it's flying, it just nothing connects. Okay, so that's that. And I will open it up right now. Passengers. Yeah. So and also, and you can download it as well. So guys, if you want to download it, go to my MES links Telegram, and you can see that link there. Okay, I'm gonna close this now. I'm gonna close this. Close these guys. And there's the MH370 for those who want to get on. There's Kane 1331, great documentary. I love that one. Yeah, thanks. That is an epic one. All right, let me just fix this ball up. I ordered a better ball because mine got blown up. But anyways, I should arrive tomorrow. All right, so that's okay. So I've got to open this up. Okay, I'm gonna copy this link. And so this one right here, and here's the it's on my OneDrive, so you can literally go and download it. And, okay, we're updating terms. Okay, just give me the stuff. Yeah, so you can go and download it and so on. So this is how it looks like, but I'm just going to open up on my own here. All right, so here's a giant database. There's the pivot table, and there's one discrepancy from the data I got. There's, in some of the data, one of the person, there's one less for the AE for the first plane. And there's one more for the what is this equation? But anyways, passengers. Yeah, there's too much in this one. There's the actual passengers. This is 50. Should be 51. This one's 77. Should be so the second plane should have one more. And the second one, actually no, it should have one more, and the other one should have one less. So, but it still makes up 265. So there's 265. Like people on board of those alleged four planes. All right. So what I've done here is so this and I put a bunch of links here as well. It's for which I used, and then some notes as well. But anyways, so what I've done is this is double check. Anyways, going back here, so I have it for every single passenger and every flight. So you can sort it out by the flights. You can filter out. And so on. There's the hijacker, and you can search up words. And I started putting in every single one notes that I found. Okay, so this one here, Lynn, for example, Lynn Edwards, her husband was also on that same flight, allegedly. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sort this out by. So I'm gonna go in the notes, and I'm gonna turn up cell phone or just phone. Phone. Okay, so these are ones I put in so far. Okay, so then let's see what we have here. So some of them I should have written a whole bunch here. So this, and then I put links on it as well. And then I think the Sweeney one was the big one. I think did I put the Sweeney or Barbara Olson? And then so you can open up and you see a whole bunch of stuff I added on this. Okay. And I just gotta make this down more. Okay, so we're gonna go over some of the cell phones, and I also started adding this stuff, the duration and the altitude. So Brian, for example, yeah, this is Brian Sweeney. So this was an interesting one. So let's see. I'm gonna go. We'll go one by one that I've got. Okay, so Alexander Milan Filipolov usually flew Delta, but changed to A911. Let's see how it was here. Only a piece of bone was recovered. He was in Admiral's Lounge and on the phone at the time of pushback. Okay, this is a note I got from Mark Conlon when I was doing the live stream. But again, I haven't looked too much into that one. We'll go to the next one. So David Lawrence Angel, well-known scriptwriter for Cheers and Frasier, wife Lynn was also on Flight 11. And May 27, 1997, Frasier episode included a phone call about Flight 11 to Boston, LA. Okay, this is a good one. So I'll search up Angel. All right, so we're gonna search up Angel right here. Yeah, okay, so whoops, I'll just go here. Yeah, so here's one of the passengers. David Angel and his wife Lynn were allegedly on Flight 11. David was also a writer for the hit TV show Cheers and Frasier. And on the May 27, 1997 episode of Frasier, co-written by David, a scene involves a phone message from a woman saying she's arriving early on American Flight 11 at 10:30. Before writing, he was also in the U.S. Army and worked at the Pentagon. So that's the guy who wrote this. Angel and his wife were killed in 2001, and they explained that he was on this, and he was he co-wrote for Frasier, and in an episode, Angel co-wrote for Frasier. A stranger leaves a telephone message for Frasier saying that she will soon arrive on American Flight 11. Let's play this one right here.
No, I don't touch that thing. Did you happen to check this message? No, I don't touch that thing.
Hi, it's Laura. We're getting an extra day of rehearsal, so I'm coming in tonight instead of tomorrow. American Flight 11, 10:30. Can't wait. Bye.
Great news. Laura's in town. Who's Laura? Stranger who called my machine by mistake. Am I the only one in this household that checks this machine?
Hi, Molly. Laura again.
Again?
So, anyway, I can't wait to see you guys. I've been on my own way too much lately. See you at 10:30, Flight 11. Love you. Bye.
All right, so Flight 11. So again, the guy who co-wrote that was literally him and his wife were on the alleged Flight 11. Okay, so that's that one. And before we get to that, let's get to the physics of cell phone calls. So, okay, first of all, Mark Cullen has taken over the game on the 9/11 passengers and calls. I will read this full article. And then also Veritasium shows that cell phone calls at any significant altitude and speed is very improbable / impossible. And we will get to here. I'll play this, but I might get a copyright strike from Veritasium because they are pretty strict right there. So I will play a portion to see how it is. Veritasium. Or just go cell phone. And again, you go on my Telegram, you can search cell phone, and you can see a whole bunch of a million stuff on this. So I will go to... I wrote right here, even a recent video by the mainstream science channel Veritasium with 16 plus million subscribers talks about the impossibility of making cell phone calls while in high altitude flight, or including its implied high speed as well. So basically, the service is going to get it's going to be like this. It's when you have a cell phone inside, and it's only going to go through the windows because the surrounding acts like a Faraday cage, and I'll explain what that is in a bit. Basically, like a metal cage. And where the signal doesn't go through. And these signals are pointed downwards, so when it's flying at any altitude, it's going to be above. But also, when it flies past, like across these, they need to do some sort of like cell phone quote handshake to shift the signal from this one to this one. So if you're going too fast, you're not going to be able to connect, like handshake it and switch right away. So again, it's impossible. We'll play this right here, some of it.
In 1961, the Federal Aviation Administration, or FAA, found that some portable FM radios could interfere with plane navigation systems.
I'm just gonna go to the part right here. I don't want to get a copyright strike. I'm gonna play it right here.
Found it can usually only see a commission or FCC. A phone on the ground with buildings and hills around it can usually only see 1 or 2 cell towers at the same time.
Okay, yeah. So basically, yeah, this is how the bottom is like that.
But from the air, it could see 10 or 20 or more. The concern was that 200 phones traveling at 800 kilometers per hour in a plane could rapidly connect to many towers at once.
Yeah, so this was the concern, but again, they never even tested it. But yeah, so this is the concern, but here's what the actual reality is.
Overloading the infrastructure.
And even this, when you have a whole bunch, you're not going to be able to connect properly.
Sure. At least that's what the FCC thought could happen. So they banned cell phone use in flight in 1991.
1991 is when they banned it. Interesting. Again, that's a lot of the New World Order December 11th speech by that George Bush guy.
But there's a problem with this theory. A plane is a big metal enclosure, essentially a Faraday cage.
Yeah, so this won't go through. And I actually have a Faraday cage. Let me pop this out. So... if you can see my thing, I literally have a Faraday cage. I'm going to make this bigger. We will show the Faraday cage. Alright. So my head's huge. So I literally have a Faraday cage. This one's for a cell phone. All this is just like fibers, metal fibers, and then sewed it together. You can literally, you could put the phone in, and then the reception goes to 0. So nothing goes through. So basically, all the just the wires eat up all that movement there. I'm gonna go back to here. All right, we are back. So again, so you have a Faraday cage. So the only way you can escape it is through the windows.
So it should block almost all electromagnetic signals. That's why plane antennas are located on the outside. Your phone signals can only escape through the windows, which means they go horizontally out the sides of the plane. So they would have to travel long distances before reaching the ground. And the cell towers your phone is trying to connect to, well, they are tilted downwards, you know, to collect all the signals from people walking around on the ground.
Yeah, so there's what you have there. So, and again, any significant height, you're not going to connect it, and any significant speed.
So it's very hard to make a connection from the air unless you're flying really low.
Even then, if you're flying low, you're gonna have to, and if you're going fast enough, you have to swap over. And you're also moving as well, so there's other issues I didn't even mention in this.
So phones could only conceivably disrupt ground networks during takeoff or landing. And the FCC...
Yeah, because so another part is, if you ever go somewhere, like even if you're literally on the ground and the reception's bad, or you're inside like a room where it's a concrete wall and the reception's bad. So there's a lot of scenarios just on the ground when there's a bunch of stuff actually signaling like the waves should be connecting well. It's not good. So but now you're talking about if you're inside a plane flying fast. At any altitude, it's going to be hard.
FCC never even tested if this was the case. In 2005, they went before Congress and said the rule banning 800 megahertz cell phone use in flight may not be needed in order to protect ground-based cellular networks.
All right, yeah, then they changed that, but yeah, so you can you try using your phone. Nothing will happen in there. And so that was that one, and this is a recent one. So before I would share the this guy here. This is a Canadian professor's. So this was Professor A.K. Dinwiddie in 2004 conducted cell phone calls from planes and concluded that the alleged passenger calls from 9/11 were impossible. More references, 9/11 planes hoax article, archive interview, and so on. I'm gonna play it right. Show somewhere here. So he wrote. The experiments reveal a cell phone quote ceiling. Cell phone ceiling of approximately 7,000 feet. For single-engine light aircraft and a ceiling of approximately 6,000 feet for twin-engine light aircraft. These results are supplemented by numerous anecdotal accounts by passengers on commercial airlines / quote heavies of the kind used in the attacks of 9/11. So he's given a 6,000 to 7,000 ceiling above which you can't call, and these are at just slow-moving aircraft. Now imagine you're going at 500, 600 miles an hour. You're not connecting. Okay, I don't care who you are. You're not connecting. I don't care what kind of plane you're using. You're not using a cell phone. All right. These results are supplemented by numerous anecdotal events by passengers on commercial airplanes, quote heavies of the kind used in the attacks of 9/11. The latter reveal a consistent loss of signal shortly after takeoff, leading one to assert an even lower ceiling for commercial airplanes, generously overestimated at 2,000 feet. Yeah. So this is when you're doing a test and so on. But if you look at anecdotally, nobody can even call from just literally 2,000. So if you're using an actual commercial one, not just some random plane that you're testing out. If you're using a commercial one, you go to 2,000 feet, literally at near sea level. Okay, this guy says the energy from microwave ovens extend beyond the box. My dad studied it; it arcs outward. Interesting. Okay, the latter reveal a consistent loss, and yes, go on. So the operational definition of the cell phone ceiling for a given aircraft is the altitude above which a cell phone call from aircraft has no chance of making any connection with the ground, let alone making a conversation take place. And again, when you're going super fast, that's just rule it out. It's just impossible. So here's how cell phones communicate via cell sites, and again aims downwards like this, transmits receive lobe of cell sites, and here's an effective lobe of a cell site. So effective lobe is literally, again, like I says, 2,000 feet, 1,000, 2,000 feet. And above. And you got a whole bunch like this. But again, if you're moving super fast, you're going to be cutting off, and then you'll be too slow to do a handshake. You're not going to be able to shift with it, and so on. And also, you're too low to get any signal. And here's the experiments they're doing. They were circling upwards like this. And they showed that from circling up like that, just by elevation, but just by whatever non-commercial plane they're using. And they got to 10,001, and they show you probability of a call. So and even then, even if you're able to make a call, the probability of making a call is less. So they make a bunch of calls, and let's say this one here is like 10% made it through. But 9/11, you had a whole bunch of them. So not only imagine you had 10%, and then if you have 10 of them, so that'll be 10 to the 10. So the percent is going to be like less than a percent, less than 0.01%. And then here's another one: successful cell phone success is a function of altitude and percent probability. You need to be literally at ground level at basically this one's like 1,000 feet before you can actually make a call consistently. All right, so that was that. So again, that's the science of it. Again, it's impossible. You can say whatever you want. It's not happening. And going further here, and we'll get to that other stuff right here. And also, speaking of cell phones, on 9/11, a lot of people couldn't get called when they're in a WTC for hours, and even afterwards, the signal was really bad. All right, so I'm gonna continue here. And yeah, going back, yeah. So if there wasn't cell phone calls, if they weren't real cell phone calls, well, what were they? Well, again, it's a military exercise, very likely. This is Ellen Engelman from the U.S. Department of Transportation, DOT, says that 12 days prior to 9/11, on August 31st, 2001, yeah, says that it was very strange. Yeah, says that. Yeah, I think it's another typo. I'll fix this up. Says that 12 days prior on let's go on, yeah, at former U.S. Department of Transportation, 12 days later, yeah, prior to 9/11, on August 31st, 2001, says that it was very strange that they were doing a military exercise drill involving hijacked planes and someone making a cell phone call. 12 days later, before the actual event occurred. Again, this is the Department of Transportation. Literally, this is a month after 9/11. They're having a report, and they're saying literally 12 days before. She says, Ellen Engelman, I'd like to answer that on behalf of the department of an intermodal aspect too. Perhaps you've heard this reported, ironically, fortuitously. Take your chance. 12 days prior to the incident on September 11th, we were going through a tabletop exercise. It was actually more than a tabletop, in preparation for the Olympic Games at the Department of Transportation, which was a full intermodal exercise. During that exercise, part of the scenario, interestingly enough, involved a potentially hijacked plane and someone calling on a cell phone, among other aspects of the scenario that were very strange when 12 days later, as you know, we had the actual event. All right, so we are literally, again, military exercise is happening full blast. All right, so that was that. And okay, going further into this right here, and again, there's other callers here. Thomas Burnett's wife, Deanna. We'll get to that, but I just want to follow this in order. All right, so next part is, so we got to the Angel one, the cheers. Next one that involves involves a phone. This one involved a phone call in the script that he wrote. So Barbara Olson. All right, so husband Ted Olson doesn't know how she called from her cell phone. And husband was U.S. Solicitor General in 6/11/2001 and was accused of perjury in the 1980s. His birthday is literally on September 11th, 1940, and his wife allegedly died and possibly captured on CCTV in the screening area. She was a CNN Fox News commentator and was flying to be on the Bill Maher show. And it was a cell phone, and a cell phone call. We'll go to Olson right here. Okay, so we're going to go Olson. Okay, Olson. Okay, so it's spelled Olson right here. Okay, so we'll go to the beginning right here. So even Ted Olson, the husband of Flight 93 Shanksville passenger Barbara Olson, is in disbelief as to how she called him from her cell phone while in the, quote, plane at high altitude.
Barbara was had changed her flight because that September 11, unfortunately, was my birthday, and so she changed her flight.
So September 11 is her birthday, all right, and she changed her flight for that.
Be there the night before, and so she got on this flight from Dulles Airport to Los Angeles. She was going to be on the Bill Maher show that night. And when the news came in, I was...
Oh, yeah, and she was going to be on the Bill Maher show. Yes, again, re-emphasized as well.
In the Justice Department, the Solicitor General's office, my secretary rushed in, and we turned on the television set, and we saw the film that was coming in over the networks of the first plane that crashed into the World Trade Center, and then the second, and I can't remember the exact sequence, but somewhere around 9:15 or something like that, my secretary rushed in and said Barbara's on the phone. I don't know how Barbara managed to make her cell phone work, or make the cell phones. In those days you could make phone calls, but they were up in the air, and I had worried as soon as I saw this tragedy unfolding that maybe Barbara's flight was one of the ones that had been flown into the World Trade Center. And so when my secretary said she was on the phone, I thought, oh my God, Barbara's okay. That isn't what's happening. And then she got on the phone and she told me that their plane had been hijacked and that all the passengers had been moved to the back of the airplane. And she asked me what should I do, or what can I do? Barbara's a fighter, and she was not going to go easily. And I asked her a little bit about what she sensed of where that airplane was and where it was going. And the phone was cut off, and then a short while later, she somehow managed to get through again, calling collect to the Justice Department of the United States and get through to my office. That's the kind of resourceful person she was. And we had another conversation. I had to tell her what I already knew, which is the two airplanes had been crashed into the World Trade Center. So I had to tell her what she obviously was able to process, what was in the cards for her. So it was very difficult. The conversations were very short.
Yeah. All right, so he's surprised that somehow she called him on cell phone. And again, in the comments, Scott NYC says, I'm very suspicious of him wearing that purple suit. Yeah, he's wearing a purple suit. And he's, again, talking about she's a fighter she on the alleged plane and so on. Okay, so that was that. Yeah, the shoes. See how the shoes look like. I'll close this. Yeah, shoes are pretty nice shoes. Okay, so... And going further, so interestingly, Ted Olson, whose wife Barbara allegedly died on Flight 77 on 9/11, became the U.S. Solicitor General on June 11th, 2001, or 6/11/2001. Interestingly, in the 1980s, he was accused of perjury for allegedly lying to Congress. His birthday is also September 11th, 1940. So September 11th, 1940, and you can see right here, I just don't know why it shows up there. I'm going to go full, okay. I don't know how to hide this text there. Like, how do I just hide this thing? Like, I just don't understand. What's the point of hiding? Okay, I'm going to do that. Okay, so there's a giant thing at the bottom, and I don't want to show it. Okay, so I'll do that. So, United States Assistant Attorney General for the Office of Legal Counsel. All right, so that's that epic stuff. And in the next page... So, in the 1980s, Olson provided evasive answers to questions asked by the Congress about the scandal. He was then investigated by an independent counsel for allegedly providing false testimony to Congress, which some have termed as perjury, in an effort to conceal his own wrongdoing. The investigation ended with independent counseling ruling that Olson's testimony, so they spell it Olson and Olson, was misleading and disingenuous. Okay, so it's, he was... an independent counsel, an independent counsel ruled that he was a liar to Congress. So imagine, so if he's lying to Congress, he's probably lying to us. All right, and purple states, interesting. Lisa Simpson. All right, so we got Lisa Simpson there. Going further, it's a possible capture. Okay, so the next one is Brian Sweeney, and Mark Collins got some more recent ones as well. Okay, so used a cell phone and left a voice message to his wife. Call was 28 seconds at 25,000 feet. So I gotta find the timing of the Barbara Olson one. So I gotta find it. Some of these I need to fill these out. Altitude and speed. This one was done by Mark Collins. So I need to again double check, find the links. But here, so call was 28 seconds at 25,000 feet. This is Brian Sweeney. And so it was 28 seconds long at 25,000 feet altitude. Again, those tests Dinwiddie won. He says the cutoff time should be the cutoff height should be between 2,000 feet and 6,000 feet, and this guy's going way above and is calling for 28 seconds. Let's go back. I'll just open it. Okay, just go back into this. Is the article on here? Impossible flight calls on 9/11. I think this a lot of them were from here. So that's the article, actually. I include a lot of links to all that. So the next one is Peter Hansen. So Peter Hansen used his cell phone to call his mother twice for 99 seconds and 120 and 192 seconds. At the first one's 30,000 feet, and then climbing for the first call. Yeah, and climbing, so 30,000 feet and above. Then 18,000 feet for the second one, and accelerating at 586. And soon accelerating at 586 miles an hour. So he's going for probably around 400 to 500 miles an hour during these calls, and a total time of 291 seconds. That's going to be how many minutes is that? This equals this equals to 291 divided by 60. So about 5 minutes almost 5 minutes of calling at and I average these out. So these ones I just averaged out the distance and average out in the speed there. Just put 586. So he's going to about 500 miles an hour, 24,000 feet for 4 minutes calling. That's not happening. Okay, I don't care who you are. This is not happening. All right. So the next one, CC Lyles. This one is that famous one. Call from cell phone, but reported as from airphone. And then they eventually change it. And she says it's a frame. Saw a supervisor at the gate and mentioned a low number of passengers. Yeah, so this is another part that's interesting. Go back to the Lyles. Let's go to Lyles. CC. All right. So this was the CC Lyles right here. I think we'll play this right here as well. So she initially there was a call that she was calling from an air phone or just an onboard phone. But she actually called, but her husband literally said it was from a cell phone. Let's play this.
Tuesday, 9:47 a.m.
Hi, baby. Baby, you have to listen to me carefully. I'm on a plane that's been hijacked. I'm on the plane. I'm calling from the plane. I want to tell you I love you. Please tell my children that I love them very much. And I'm so sorry, babe. I don't know what to say. There's 3 guys, they've hijacked the plane. I'm trying to be calm. We're turned around, and I've heard that there's planes that's been flown into the World Trade Center. I hope to be able to see your face again, baby. I love you. Bye.
All right. Yeah, so that's wild there. So that was a voicemail. But if you listen carefully, you can literally hear them say in the background. So the alleged Flight 93 Shanksville quote plane on 9/11 passenger CC Lyles said to have made an air phone call at 9:47 a.m. But her husband clearly says that caller ID says that it was her cell phone, which he viewed as impossible to be from a plane. In the recording, CC states, "Listen carefully." It's just she literally said, "Listen carefully." And Mark Collins said he got into contact with someone that knew her, a flight attendant that knew her, and said that she was a retired or a former police officer as well, so she might be giving some code here. And ends with a frame, and also note the lack of background noise inside a real plane. And there also appears to be several background whispers saying you have no time left and hang up. So if you listen carefully, it literally says you have no time left and hang up in the background. And could CC have been inside a military training exercise gone rogue? So and I put a timestamp when he said, and here's her husband saying. Fake phone. No, I think this was a exercise, but she kind of realized what's happening. It seemed like it wasn't from an actual plane, but she was probably unwitting passenger of what's gonna happen. She might have thought it was just an exercise, and all of a sudden she realized, wait a second, what's going on? Let's play here.
It was about like 9:30. I guess that's when the call started. Then I guess I didn't answer the phone until the last time she called, which was, I think it was like 9:51 or something to that. It was towards almost close to 10 o'clock by that time. And then that's when I get the phone call from her, and I actually had a chance to speak with her. And I'm waking up out of a sleep, and she just saying, "Babe, listen." And I'm like, "I'm listening." And she said, "My plane has been hijacked." And I said, "Stop playing," because I'm just waking up. You thinking that but she ain't never, she said, "I've never played with you like that." She said, "Listen to me. And I heard the fear in her voice. I heard the fear. I heard the desperation in her voice to get out what she had to say. And she said, "My plane has been hijacked. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going to happen. But, all I know is this, I love you." And she said, "I love you. Tell my boys I love them. I don't know if I'm going to see you guys again." And I'm like, at this point, my heart is like beating. I'm like, am I dreaming? Am I sleeping? You know, I didn't know whether I was still dreaming or what. I didn't know whether it was real or what. So, but I'm listening. So at that point, I stopped. I said, okay, well, let's pray. So we prayed, and then she told me that, she said, well, you know, we're getting ready to go to the cockpit, and I'm like, I'm trying to figure out what she's saying. I hear people in the background screaming, and I hear some bamming, and she said, okay, it's getting ready to happen, it's getting ready to happen. And then we got disconnected. And then that was the last I spoke to her. Then once the phone got disconnected, then I sat up in the bed because I did all this laying down. I sat up in the bed like, it was like I just woke up. I'm like, was that a real call? So I looked at the caller ID and noticed that it was a call, and it was from her cell phone. And I'm like, okay, wait a minute. How can she call me from on the plane from a cell phone, because cell phones don't work on the plane? That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, so he's literally telling it's a cell phone. It doesn't work on a plane. How's it working? So that's that. That was epic. All right. Okay, so we have that, and another part is in the this is testimony that what she also told her husband Lauren. So 9/11 flight attendant CC Lyles also told her husband Lauren that there was a supervisor at the gate when she was boarding the alleged Flight 93 plane, and that this was unusual. She also noted the low amount of passengers scheduled to fly that day. So this is a transcript of what she or what he told them that she said. So CC Lyles told Lauren Lyles that she was going to have an easy day due to the flight load. She said that there was 24 passengers scheduled for coach class and 11 first class passengers. There were also 5 flight attendants aboard the flight. She was working in the coach class that day. When she got to the gate to get on the airplane, she told Lyles that she had to disconnect because a supervisor was at the gate. So there's supervisors there. Lyles commented that usually there is not a supervisor at the gate, and she usually continues talking until she gets on the airplane. Lyles instructed her to call him when she got to San Francisco. Lyles advised that he went home and took his 6-year-old son to school after dropping his son off. And it was at 9:58 a.m. Lauren Lyles received a call at home from her cellular phone, and Lyles went into deep sleep at the time, and so on. So anyway, so she says that there was a supervisor, unusual that there's a supervisor, and there was an easy load. There's very, very few passengers that day. So that's another anomaly. So now here is this one here. He also made cell phone calls. I gotta find out more on this. This is on it. Some of them I don't have that much info on it. So Jeremy Logan Glick. Again, these are all cell phone calls I made. This one's an interesting one right here. This one right here. This is 18 minutes. 18 minutes, guys. So use the cell phone to call his stepmother, Makeley, and then asked to talk to his wife Elizabeth. FBI said Elizabeth could not hear any unusual background noise. So they're calling, there's nothing going on in the background, so in other words, it's not a plane. And you can go from, this is the website, Impossible in-flight cell phone call, and was at 37,000 feet altitude and going 400 miles an hour. This is Shanksville one, making cell phone calls impossible. Again, it's way too high to make a cell phone call, way too fast to make one. And the call was uninterrupted for 18 minutes. I got to find the original links on these, but these was on Mark Collins stuff. 18 minutes. So she's calling for 18 minutes uninterrupted, going at 400 miles an hour at 37 altitude, uninterrupted. So Glick called at 9:37 a.m., which means the communication lasted uninterrupted for 18 minutes, while the plane was flying 37,000 feet and 10,000 feet at an average speed of 400. This one, 37 and 10,000, or does it mean between it? Yeah, between that. So it's going up and down between it, and at 400 miles an hour, and there's 18 minutes of uninterrupted calls. So I got to find some links on that. And this one's an epic one. That's absolute mind-boggling. So again, that's impossible, guys. That's impossible. And I put this in. I'm going to start averaging out. We'll do an average, actually. Average. So average is, again, this guy boosts average infinite. Let's go average. Average 22,000 feet. Average speed 400 miles an hour. AI is already lying to us. Well, you could work around it. You can work around it. Okay, so use cell phone calls to, this one here is this Lauren Catuzzi Grandicolas. passenger. Again, a lot of these are the Shanksville one. This is the one that's supposed to be that heroic one that they fought off the alleged hijackers, and they crashed and made a giant hole in the ground. So I used cell phone calls to honor Wainio, who called her parents and lasted 269 seconds at 10,000 feet altitude at almost 400 miles an hour. Impossible, again, impossible going that fast. And they're calling for 269, so about like 4 minutes or so-ish. Yeah, about 4 minutes, over 4 minutes. Okay, so that's that one. Let's go to another one. So again, a lot of these links are from 9/11 research Substack. So going further, used cell phone to call her sister for 71 minutes at 17,000 feet altitude and almost 400 miles an hour. Impossible. Again, this is impossible. This is Linda Groenland. And yeah, she called for 71 minutes, so about a minute. And again, she's going 400 miles an hour. Again, and a lot of these are Shanksville. A lot of them are Shanksville there. And then borrowed a passenger's phone call. And again, the Shanksville is interesting one. Yeah, I think it's mainly because the first and second quote planes, they already quote crashed, and then the next one is going to be the Shanksville and the Pentagon one. Yeah, the Pentagon one and then the Shanksville one, but this one's supposed to have some sort of heroic one, so they probably threw all the their calling psyops into that. What about Colin Powell hearing modified voices created by the government to manipulate calls? Did he state that? Did he send anything on that? Okay, so I'm going to continue further. So, Marion R. Britton, she borrowed a passenger's call. She borrowed a passenger's cell phone to call boyfriend Fred Fiumimano for 232 seconds, so again, almost 4 minutes, at 13,000 feet and 420 miles an hour. Again, these are impossible. Just getting these numbers, this is impossible. Okay, this one is an interesting one right here. So, wife Deanna Burnett is astonished as to how he called her. Yes, so Thomas E. Burnett, his wife, was astonished as he called her 4 times from his while in the air, 4 times from his cell phone. And one call didn't show up on the cell phone bill as well as a call to a secretary before takeoff. Flight 93 was flying 22,000 feet. So 2 of the calls didn't show up on the phone bill for some reason. Flight 93 was flying above 22,000 feet and going 400 miles an hour, thus impossible for a call to be made. Again, these are impossible stuff. I put some of them in there. There's another one. This is the airphone one. That's absolutely mind-boggling right here. So this is Todd M. Beamer. So, and this one I have a giant note on this one here. Let's just scroll this one down, and I'll have to make a post on this one. This is made a GTA. So this is Todd Beamer made a GTA airphone call to Lisa Jefferson. This is the famous quote. "Let's roll," was said and was not recorded. And there's a link to that, and Wikipedia. And wife Lisa Beamer trademarked "Let's Roll." Lisa may have CIA connections, so his wife, so Todd Beamer's wife Lisa, trademarked "Let's Roll," literally trademarked that roll. And just to clarify, this is some info from Mark Collin wrote to me. Just to clarify some info I learned, Lisa Jefferson's story changed from her original statement, "Let's Roll." Jefferson never mentioned "Let's Roll" initially. It was introduced in her second and follow-up statements. Something very fishy going on with all that. Plus, the FBI withheld info regarding Jefferson's interaction on the phone. And to read, I need to write all this up. So Mark Cullen's going to write it up. And 9/11 Commission says call was at 9:28 a.m., but Todd was connected to Jefferson at 9:43 a.m., 15 minutes after the start of the hijacking. All right. So I got to find the official numbers on this. So the commission says 9:28 was connected, but Todd was actually connected 9:43, so 15 minutes after the start of the hijacking. An FBI report says Jefferson received a call from Beamer at 9:45 a.m. All right. So FBI says that 9/11 Commission says 9:28, and FBI says 9:45. So something's going on here. They got mixed up. Jefferson says Beamer stated that the plane was about to be hijacked. She spoke to Beamer. Yes, she says she was about to be hijacked. All right. So she spoke to Beamer for 7 minutes before. Yes, for 7 full minutes. Going like 400 miles an hour. Before 2 hijackers entered the cockpit. Hijacking would be 9:52 a.m. and not 9:28. So 9:52 would be the hijacking if it was 9:45, the call start. She said there was unusual low background noise, same as the Jeremy Glick cell phone call. So again, there's unusual background noise. And Beamer's call was 32,000 seconds, or almost 1 hour. So it was about 45 minutes-ish. And Jefferson said the phone line was open for another, this was because it was open for another 45 minutes after the crash, which is impossible. She said it went silent and not disconnected, so it was never disconnected. FBI said she stayed on the phone until she learned the, quote, plane crash. So the phone never disconnected after the, quote, crash of the Shanksville one. And then she hangs up after almost an hour. So there was no crash. So Beamer was Beamer was also part of the Christian Missionary Alliance, who had links with the CIA. She also worked for Oracle Corporation, he also worked for Oracle Corporation. Oracle relied on a lot of government contracts back in 2001. Also, the company is named after a CIA project which the founders of Oracle worked on. So Oracle, and that's what he's involved with. And I'll show some of the stuff I was able to validate. Beamer. So right here, 9/11 passengers. I started making this one now. Passengers update. So alleged passenger flight 93 passenger Todd Beamer allegedly called with an airphone. His airphone is a phone on the plane to operator Lisa Jefferson, which wasn't recorded, but she says he ended with, "Are you ready? Okay, let's roll." All right. The phrase "let's roll" was trademarked by Todd's wife Lisa in 2002, whom also included in the title of her 2003 book. So this was.
I took the call off.
So apparently this is a follow-up, not the original stuff here. So I'm gonna play right here.
When I took the call over, there was a soft-spoken, calm gentleman on the other end. He told me that there's 3 people that have taken over the flight. At that point, I asked him his name. He told me Todd Beamer. He was from Cranberry, New Jersey. I felt that he knew at that time because he had said, "Oh, Jesus, help us." And then he said, "Lisa, would you recite the Lord's Prayer with me?" And I knew that he knew at that time that it wasn't much left for him to do. They're all heroes in my eyes. They really are. They all pitched together and they did what they thought was the best thing to do at that time. And I feel that Todd played a great role in that because when he told the guys, "Are you ready?" I assumed that they were waiting on his cue. Then they responded to him and he said, "Okay, let's roll."
All right, let's roll is you can tell it's obviously fake. Lennon, I think it says, it says, could they be talking about earphones instead of cell phones? Well, the family member said they got the caller ID showed their cell phones. So cell phone's obvious. When someone calls you with a cell phone, it shows their caller ID. With the earphone, they don't show caller ID. So it's actually cell phones. All right, and then it's going further. So that was that. Let's roll. And then this is what Mark Collin in the replied saying, just to clarify info I learned, Lisa Jefferson's story changed from her original statement. And she never mentioned "let's roll" initially. It was only afterwards that she brought that up, and FBI held other info about it, and he's going to write it up. So that is wild. And now again, back to that "let's roll." If it looks too movie-esque, you know it's fake. So the phrase became especially known and popular after being used by President George Bush in a speech to American Corps volunteers and during his 2002 State of the Union address. And even though the phrase was in common use long before September 11th, many soon tried to lay claim to it as a trademark. The Todd Beamer Foundation, by his wife, was eventually granted a trademark for uses of the phrase related to pre-recorded compact disc audio tapes, digital audio tapes, and phonograph records. And here, sailors and Marines on board USS Bellawood spelling out the quote "let's roll." Okay, so 9/11, let's roll. So these are brainwashed. So the thing with this, the military that's supposed to protect the country is the most brainwashed and literally the most enslaving of the country. So that's what we got there. Let's make a rock and roll Manhattan. NYC was the Catholic founding too, like Rome, Maryland. Interesting. Catholics control the healthcare system worldwide too. Well, again, the world rulers, they do not have any public religion. You can go search any religion, you're not going to find it. The closest one is Freemasonry. All right, that is the religion of the elite, in my humble opinion. And you can call it many other things, occultism, theosophy. I think that's all intertwined, or the ancient Egyptian mystery religions. Again, I think it's all just Freemasonry. All right, so early 2001, United States Air Force Chief of Staff General right here ordered that one airplane in each. This one would bear an image of the eagle with the words "Let's roll" in the spirit of 9/11. to remain until the first anniversary of the attack. It was also used by Lisa Beamer. Let's go. Whoops. Why does it do all this stuff? Yeah, so it was also used by Lisa Beamer, widow of Todd, in a 2003 book, Let's Roll, Ordinary People, Extraordinary Courage. So she trademarked Let's Roll, as his wife did, and so on. And so again, that's wild stuff there. And again, airphone calling for 1 hour, like almost 1 hour, after the crash. Alright? After the crash. I can't stress this enough, guys. Where's the after the crash? Again, this is... I think it's all in the Monumental one. So you go to, if you search Monumental, and this is Mark Collins right here. 9/11 planes research with a monumental article on the possible cell phone calls in 9/11, as well as impossible airborne hijacking timings for Flight 93. So this was impossible right here, and then you go uninterrupted. Yeah. Actually, this is the Beamer. So he goes through a whole bunch of these. If we study the call Todd Beamer had with GTA airphone operator Lisa Jefferson during the alleged hijack of United in 93. It is through this call with Jefferson that the world learned of the famous Let's Roll. 9/11 Commission established that the hijacking took place in 1928. Yet Todd Beamer, according to FBI, said he was connected in 9:43. So 15 minutes after hijacking. And the alleged crash is at 10:03. And going further, the contents of Beamer's conversation with Jefferson are at odds with the official narrative. And Beamer called to state that the plane was about to be hijacked, and the three individuals, two wielding knives and third with the bomb strapped, were prepared to take control of the flight, and so on. And Jefferson estimated that she spoke to Beamer for 7 minutes before two hijackers with knives. And yeah, so again, the official hijacking is supposed to be 9:28, but FBI would make it 9:52. And how could they be describing events that are supposed to be happening in front of their eyes when in fact they had already happened 25 minutes earlier? So again, they got the timings mixed up. And preparing to take control, going further. And then there's Jefferson said needed to note that there's an unusual low amount of calls. A low amount of background noise, similar to this other person. And the call lasted for this one here approximately 1 hour. And after the crash. She said it went silent, but did not disconnect. So how are these phones able to withstand these explosions? What paper? How's paper or this do that? And passports? How are they able to withstand? And the phone did not disconnect. Okay, the airphone did not disconnect for 45 minutes until after, and then she only hanged up after she learned on TV that it was a crash. Okay, so this is some wild stuff there. And she wrote, "We didn't lose a connection because there's a different sound that you use. I never lost connection. It just went silent. Source, I promise I wouldn't hang up." And she literally says, "Yeah," and she didn't hang up until she realized, oh, it crashed. So again, this is and this is where I wrote right here. I commented like that part right there. The 45 minutes after was done, and I wrote a monumental article mark. So again, if you're not watching this stuff, this is monumental. I'll go double check all the stuff, but again, it's all correct. I'm gonna put this everywhere. Monumental, guys, and let's put it on this as well on Odysee. Alright, so we got Odysee. We got all this. Timing is off for sure. Yeah, so that is absolutely wild. The 45 minutes. So in other words, nothing crashed. Like whatever it thingy, so that the alleged flight never crashed. Okay, so going back into what else we have in store now. Oh yeah, this is Mark Collin taking over the game on the 9/11 planes passengers. Just read that whole thing. I went over this, and I went over this one, and there's another one here. So again, going back to the Faraday cage. So you need to be near a window to actually make a cell phone call. All right. So now if you go to Wikipedia or just look at 9/11 cell phone call from washroom or toilet. So the guy from the toilet was inside the toilet and made a call, and there's no windows in the toilet. Phone call was flight 93. Okay, I'm gonna go flight 93. 93. Say cell phone. So and again, boarding. There's a cell phone. This one here. So altogether, passenger and crew made 35 air phone calls and 2 cell phone calls. It's probably more than that. 10 passengers and 2 crew members were able to it. It's going to continue for the cell phone. Yeah, okay, this one here. Edward Felt dialed 911 from his cell phone from the rear lavatory at the aircraft seeking information at 9:58. So at this point, at 9:58, so 10:03 is when they allegedly crashed. So he's probably going super fast. And he's calling from the washroom. Okay, so he's calling from the washroom. So this is not normal stuff here. So he's calling from the washroom. I'm gonna add this right here. Edward Felt. So again, we're updating real time, guys. So you go here. I'm gonna go sort all. Just click all, and then search Felt. And if you find anything, let me know and add it. So he also made cell phone calls. This is from the washroom. Yeah, this one right here. Okay, this is a cell phone call. He called from the toilet, which has no windows, making it even more. Okay, even more impossible. So it's literally impossible. Like it's just like impossible on top of impossible. And then there's CC Lyles called her husband once more from her cell phone. So again, so earphones, some of them are just mainstream. You can go see this cell phone. If it's on Wikipedia, this is what the official stuff is. And then there's the, are you guys ready? Let's roll. All right, let's roll. If it sounds like a movie, it's not gonna do it. Please hold the line while I flush the audio. Eric Red says 9/11 is seeming to be a piece of Bluebeam. Yeah, that is true. Project Bluebeam, in a way, was 9/11, or at least a precursor, because you had literally holographic technology and directed energy weapons, and you had illegal, and it was blamed on illegal aliens. You had these illegal immigrants, or legal immigrants, or just illegal. You were blamed on Muslims. So again, these illegal brown guys coming into the country using advanced tech. All right. And so that was that. And also, if you go to Project Bluebeam 9/11, if you go to the memorial, it's literally Bluebeam 9/11. The tribute in light is literally, they're laughing in your face right here. So when you think of Project Bluebeam, I think it's 88 total. So again, 88. It's a lot to do with Trump numerology, mumbo jumbo. And again, so literally they literally got laser beams. This is 9/11 memorial. Okay. This is Project Bluebeam right in front of her face. Like again, it's Project Bluebeam right in front of her face, and then I think a precursor to the actual Bluebeam, the fake demon invasion. Okay, it's going. I think we have a beam 9/11 beam blue. Okay, I gotta put that there. No, we haven't had that. But anyways, Ashton Forbes is also on Richard Gere. He's on everything. Ashton is the biggest clown show ever. Okay, Project Bluebeam loading. Oh yeah, this is the other one here. We'll get to that as well. And I need to go to the washroom and drink some water. So what I'm gonna do is, and so we've done some cell phone calls. I'm gonna go back into this one and let's see what we have powered through some of this stuff. And I think what I'm going to do is Earth's magnetometer, wing and ground effect. Okay, I'm going to go over this one, guys. This one is part of a video I'm working on. I will work on later. Let's do it when I have time. So I have a mainstream debunker goes after your boy MES, but I'm going to go washroom. So as always, when I go leave you guys, I'm going to click on this. Demon invasion is real, though. Well, I think it's already happening, the demon invasion. You got literally demons running the show. But the demon invasion, that could be the alt media. Alt media will say it's demons, but I'm saying it's advanced tech. It's gonna be there. Okay, so Eric Red met some grays. Okay, I might meet some grays when I do the edibles from the Hutchison frequency ones. All right, so I'm gonna go to the music. Music 911. What is that thingy? Meteor 1109. Yeah, 1109. I'm gonna play as always. I'm gonna play some jazz for y'all. Which one should I play? Falling Down. I'll play this Melted Vehicle, Falling Down. Okay, I'm gonna play this one right here while I go. Actually, Hutchison Effect. We'll play Hutchison Effect. It's gonna go through them all, and then we'll play while I go to the washroom and get some water and other stuff.
Most people would agree you can't get something for nothing. There's no such thing as a free lunch. And yet, we get our oxygen free from the air we breathe. We get sunlight free, and water, that used to be free until bottled drinking water came along. But science has come a long way since then. And laws, well, there's never been one that hasn't been broken.
Well, free energy is basically, and another word for it is zero-point energy. It's energy that is contained within the vacuum of space and which is virtually undetectable by any traditional means. In fact, the energy is homogeneous and isotropic, the same everywhere, the same in all directions.
The Canadian government seized my laboratory, which was 22 tons of equipment. I came back from Germany and moved into this place here and started my experiments again with Army surplus and Navy surplus equipment. And some of this equipment actually goes back to the 1940s. Directional finding equipment, all kinds of neat configurations, waveforms, and that, right up to 44 gigahertz. That gives me a wide range and wide spectrum of fields and that to work with.
For the second time in 2 weeks, the U.S. has lost an unmanned spy plane over Iraq.
Thanks, Ann. Tonight, 3 numbers that could save your life. 911, 190 million calls each year, but you won't believe the problems we found.
Miles and miles of sunshine. Miles Davis. Gonna put Miles out there. Today, nice as it could be across the Northeast. Rough seas still from the chop from that hurricane, but other than that, it's kind of quiet around the country. We like quiet. We like quiet. Quiet. Just be quiet.
I have got to interrupt you right now and show you a picture of the World Trade Center, where I understand. Do we have it? No, we do not. We have a breaking story, though.
All right, we are back. Do you guys like the music here? This is made by a subscriber, and then I made the videos. He made the music, I made the videos and thumbnails and so on. So that was pretty epic. And yeah, Tasha Teeling says that was quick. That is true. I was actually one time went to one of those public stalls, and then there's like a big lineup, and then I went out, and I heard some people talking behind me like, "Whoa, that was the fastest ever." So go in and out. Let's go. Someone commented right here. Beautiful problem, beautiful solution. Let's go. Hey guys, if you don't like my "let's go" saying, I apologize. No, but I will keep saying it. I'll say "let's roll," guys. Let's roll. Okay, I have to post everywhere. Let's roll. Hey guys, if Lisa Beamer sues me, or the Todd Beamer Foundation, well, well, so be it. Now we know was an accused to liberate Iran and strip our rights. Alvin was many things. Was many absolute things. Okay, guys, see how many people we have? We have 72 people, I think. 71, 72 people. Now would be a good time to insert ads. No ads there. That's why throw some cash money, guys. Otherwise, we'll throw ads everywhere. And become some friends. Okay, to get your heads around Planes Watch and Alvin Alchemy, Facing Reality. That is true, guys. Watch all that. Throw all the links in there. Okay, so the next one is, I'm gonna actually, I'll open up my email. If I have to open up my email, I might be getting emails right now. Let's see what I got. Some emails. 1 second, just getting my footing back. All right, so now it's gonna be pretty epic, guys. Okay, so we got Bob in there. Oh, Norman Ashton's grift. Someone sent. Okay. Okay, so we got some person trying to defend Ashton Forbes up there. Okay, Nancy asked me what happened, and I will use it soon. I'll do it tonight. Okay. Okay, so nothing else there. Okay, so we are good to go then. Good to go. Okay, so guys, now we're gonna go. This one's a new thingy. So mainstream debunker goes after your boy MES. All right, Liz, thanks for being you. Epic stuff, guys. We got $20. This is absolutely astonishing. Epic. All right, thanks, Liz. Yeah, thanks so much. That's guys, throw cash money at me. And again, like AA 911 Truth are asking for $10,000. I'm asking for a measly. Let's see what I was asking for. Where it is, yeah. A now in truth is asking for $10,000. I'm really asking for $75,000 from each and every one of you. Anyways, guys, throw cash money and someone makes the flat Earth go around. All right, so mainstream debunker goes after your boy MES, guys. We literally have a mainstream debunker going after me, and then I emailed him. And I told him, if you don't delete delete your video, I'll make a I'll make a debunking video of you. I'll make it eventually. So this one right here, let's go all the way back. I have links to links. So it started us off with this guy here. So his name is MES has another hit piece. So if you haven't been around before, someone made a hit piece because I said there wasn't much heat, and then this guy made like using AI, and he has 1 subscriber, and he wrote Matthew Civil, aka Matthew Solutions MES exposed. And he says, but to deny explosions and heat despite all the evidence, etc. And he calls me evil and makes us like emoji, the devil horns and so on. And then I think he deleted the stuff. He has 1 subscriber, no videos, but like that one. And he just makes it about me. And then I think he deleted the video. I put a claim saying delete it. Let's see, YouTube isn't available anymore. But luckily, 9/11 Revisionist saved it. So you can play some of this right here. And he's got music and there was no heat. He's got me like this guy has no subscribers. Okay, this is Nix. I think this is named Nix. Let's see what it was. Nix. It's like some random no-name subscriber. I don't even know what this is. Filters. Go to the channel. So we got a hit piece from a 1 subscriber person that used like a AI for 1 video. I can't go to the channel. I don't know why it does that. Okay, so I should have put a link to the channel, but anyways, I have to find that link. It says Nix. It looks like that. Okay, and so on. Like, this is a no-name like sleeper agent. All right. Anyway, so that was that, and then so that was the before one. So let's go back to where it was. So go back here. So my second hit piece. So MES has another hit piece done against me, this time by the clown Blue Bacon because of my 9/11 disappearing wing video. P.S. Quote, shadows don't cause wings to disappear, and the sun was due east of the planes and buildings, so there was no shadow on the wing. And I don't even know what this guy was talking about. Okay, so here, this guy here is 19.8 thousand subscribers. He gets more views per video than me. So when he uploads, he gets a lot of views, and a whole bunch of people trashing me in the comments, and us. So the 9/11 wing conspiracy, and he has my video in the back, and he just literally speaks for like 1 minute. And there's the video. I downloaded the video just in case he deletes it. But let's just go to the actual hit piece.
There's this weird...
So there's this clown. 136 likes, 2,000 views 2 weeks ago. And I wrote, are you serious? Such a clown you are, Blue Bacon. My replies aren't showing up, so here it is. Shadows don't cause wings to disappear, and the sun was literally just southeast of the towers. So there's no shadow on the wings either. Delete your video anyways. Let's play this.
Conspiracy about the 9/11 attacks in 2001 that I recently found, where people seem to be suggesting that it was faked because a wing disappears. Now, according to the description of one video, in hashtag 9/11 truth part 30, I'm sorry, part 30? What do you, excuse me?
Yeah, so it's like, what is this guy trying to do? Again, hit piece, this guy, I told him to delete the video, because I'll make one of him, and it's absolutely, I'll try to make it more, otherwise, yeah, I'll try to make it, yeah, again, not as ridiculous as his, but it will be pretty brutal. His followers will realize how big of a clown he is.
I have synced together 9 videos of the alleged United Airlines Flight 175 plane, which shows the right wing face out of existence, either partially or fully. This rules out camera artifacts, video compression, or CGI, thus making the use of holographic projection and or cloaking a very real possibility. There are a lot of things I want to say about that, but I'm going to choose to be nice. However, I'm thinking them. So, as we can see, the right wing disappears, or wait, was it the left wing from this image on Twitter/X? I'm still...
Okay, he's lost the wing before entering, you're missing the wing. Yeah, but again, there's literally, yeah, the left wing is like gone as well, so I don't know what this guy's trying to do.
I know I should be saying X, but I don't want to. Or perhaps the left wing is in the building's shadow. Oh, of course. So when you have the building as the backdrop, the left wing is hard to see. But when you have the sky as the backdrop, the right wing becomes hard to see. But no. Holograms make more sense than shadows. You're probably right. Oh, silly me. But what do you? Excuse me. But what do you, the viewer, think? Let me know in the comments. I am absolutely willing to reiterate all of the information that's already out there debunking 9/11 conspiracies. Like this video if you liked it. Subscribe for more nonsense like this. And until the next time, ladies and gentlemen, be good. Stay safe.
All right. So what in the world did I just watch? So I don't know what he says. So he's like, oh, it's a shadow, and he shows a video of, and he shows an impossible crash physics, and he says it's in the left wing was in the shadow, but again, the left wing wasn't in the shadow. Neither were in the shadow. Going here. So in today's video on detecting a deception, we are reminded of Occam's razor. Blah, blah, blah. Entities must not be multiplied beyond necessity. That is true. You can't just assume random stuff. So in other words, impossible crash physics, impossible wing disappearing means impossible tech was used. Yeah, the guy is definitely a shill though, but I know he works. And then so Timothy someone says more people trashing MES and watching MES. I can believe it, but where do they get these douchebag actors? Community theater. He's shilling for another Masonic degree. That is true. Definitely, I think he is shilling for a degree. So again, all these people watching it, and you get all these comments trashing me. Harry Potter gave his invisibility cloak to Pilot, and so on. It's like, and then this is the mainstream debunker. They debunk a lot of flat Earth stuff. So again, for those who believe in flat Earth, this is why these guys have an audience. They debunk flat Earth, which is just very, very easy. Like flat Earth is this Jeremy Dinwiddie? I think it's that flat Earth guy. He's most of these are debunking, I think, flat Earth stuff, but he has other stuff. Let's see, flat Earth. Yeah, no, Earth is not flat because of this deception, detection, etc. But anyways, so anyways, this guy's a weird channel. But so yeah, it's a weird one. A lot of people watch this this clown show, and interesting logo there. It has a donut, and then he has a police thingy, as above, so below, and it's like the magnetic vortex there. So yep, definitely a Freemason symbolism right there. Some insider info there. Okay, so that was that, guys. Let's see what else he says here. Okay, so essentially the simplest explanations are usually the best one. Yeah, that is true. The simplest one is advanced tech it was used to create advanced physics. So if someone is trying to convince you of a much more complicated set of circumstances with no evidence to support their position, this might be a sign of deception. I have literally, this is part 30, and he doesn't even show the video. He just says there's a wing disappearing. Someone who does not want to believe the truth of something may come to conclusions that require wilder and wilder explanations to sustain. In this case, the person appears to not want to believe the 9/11 attacks were real. They're real. They're just not. Wasn't done by the Osama myth. And instead of coming to the conclusion that low resolution video combined with a building shadow made it difficult but not impossible to see a wing, the plane may have been a hologram. So I'll show you that I actually emailed him. Well, first of all, Norman, aka 9/11 Revisionist, emailed him. Okay, let's go right here. Again, it's not CGI, guys. Whoever believes in CGI, I am not a CGI person here. So instigator cell phone recordings are proven fake a long time ago. Well, again, not necessarily fake in the sense that they didn't happen. Like cell phones were used, but not from the alleged planes, and some of them were used under duress. Wouldn't the wings crumble on impact? I've seen plenty of videos about this. Most look like bats. Yeah, but there are real videos. So the videos are real. The crash physics is fake. But the videos are real. That's the thing you have to wrap your head around. The videos are real. And I'm just going to scroll some stuff here. Okay, let's roll and see how it is. Flat Earth is a heavily censored topic for not being true. Flat Earth is not heavily censored. You can literally go and see a million Flat Earth stuff. And it's like a giant show on it. Flat Earth is not censored. You can actually get monetized doing Flat Earth stuff. Let's get, again, talking about 500 miles an hour. It's all relative. But again, regardless, Flat Earth is very, 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 very easy to prove. You can go to my Flat Earth series. Flat Earth, or again, go to MES.fm, and then we'll get back to that debunking that absolute clown show. It's censored. Well, everything's censored, but again, it's not censored. What I mean is, Flat Earth is not censored. You have mainstream people talking about it. Nobody, there is nobody talking about 9/11 do or holographic planes. Besides that guy, that was the first semi-mainstream person talked about it I've seen. So you go to Flat Earth one. I have a giant list on this, and you can see all the liars on there. Flat Earth again. This is not a Flat Earth channel. So either don't talk about it, or you get if you have something constructive, send me an email. Don't just fill up with nonsense. Go to the YouTube playlist right here. I have YouTube playlist on debunking flat Earth, a whole bunch of other stuff on it, and some of these with the above shadow ones, shadows above below the clouds. You can clearly tell the guys are lying, that are pushing that. And you go. This is a very, very simple one. You go to whoops. Go to here, flat Earth. Okay, this is a very simple one. So the sun goes down. It does not go to the side and smaller like that. It goes down. It does not get smaller and smaller like a circle like that, or even at the horizon. And it does not do this. So the flat Earth, you need some sort of theory for why is it rotating separate. So what's the mechanism for the rotation? In the mainstream one, you just have gravity, and that's good enough. FV movement seems bigger than that of the truth. Yeah, it is much bigger. It's something that the first thing you talk about conspiracy, people know about flat Earth. 9/11, there's no one knows about do. Like, oh well, now it's becoming more and more as the world becomes more digital. But still, relatively speaking, you can literally go to flat Earth. For example, you go right here, flat Earth. Okay. And there's like just infinite stuff flat Earth. At least you know about who they're talking about, so you can at least see that. Now you go 9/11 do. All right. So now we got this guy jet fuel. There's nothing on 9/11 do on YouTube, and this guy talking about demolition jet fuel. There's nothing on 9/11 do. Oh, there's direct energy weapons, but not 9/11. So you got 9/11 do, nothing. You got flat Earth. It's just flat Earth, like just a million stuff. You can go read all you want, a million stuff on it. There's an entire society, and they all talk about it. This person's not doing a video on 9/11 do. So in other words, it's complete another. It's not. Anyways, enough flat Earth, guys. Water is flat. No, it's not. It's stop lying. Okay. Otherwise, you get banned. Don't mock us. No, I'm just saying you'll get if you keep bringing it up. I'll just ban you for at least 5 minutes at least. Okay, guys. Anyways, don't bring up flat Earth unless you have something constructive. Send me an email if it's constructive. I don't want to hear like some sort of bandwagoning, some sort of like cheering on as if you're a sports team. Okay, because it's the fakest thing I've ever seen. All right. Okay, so let's go back to the debunking guy, the absolute clown show. Anyways, Eric Red, please enough flat Earth. I'll give you a timeout if you mention one more time. Just stop filling the chat with nonsense. All right, let's go back to the blue bacon guy. Let's go blue. All right, so let's go back to this absolute clown show. So there's the hit piece you saw on him, and he said shadows or something. And if you look at his thumbnail, he says not a hologram, obviously, and he says shadow like this. It goes down, and the nose. And he says the left wing is something. I have no idea what he's talking about. But I showed him in an email that his thumbnail's wrong, and then he says, "Oh, you're judging my video by a thumbnail." Anyways, okay. So going back right here. So not only did disinfo. So here's my reply on Telegram. Not only did disinfo clown Blue Bacon does not have a clue how shadows work, but he also doesn't know how the sun was literally southeast of the Twin Towers. Thus, there's no building shadow at all on the second plane. Its wings disappeared. It's southeast, but it's more of a east. I'll just say due east. Yeah, it was southeast, but relative to the South Tower. South Tower was actually a bit at an angle. Okay, now Eric Red was time out. Yeah, now River just epic stuff. Yeah, I don't want to like people have to realize if it's not your channel and someone's telling you please don't comment about XYZ, just keep it to yourself. All right, or again, let's say if you have an actual proof of a flat Earth, send me an email. My favorite flat Earth. Okay, this one. It was a Chinese CIA agent who pushed the flat Earth theory, but the rapper mentioned it. It was an agency psyop. My favorite flat Earth video: a man launched a rocket to the edge of space. He claimed it was just water. Yet first thing it was in view was ISS. He immediately took it down when I mentioned it. All right, interesting. One person's nonsense, another truth. But again, it fills up the chat. It's like you want to. One person's like a spam. I'll block spam. So someone sends me an email and it's spam. I'll just put them in the spam folder. So one person's spam goes in the spam folder. Like, I don't know what you want. One person's truth goes into my spam folder. I don't want to hear about it. Yeah, it's about self-control. This isn't about even flat Earth. If a guy's in here talking about, let's say, something other thing, but that's not about the topic at hand, then get out of here. All right, so Robert Cerventos, this one right here. There's a sun right here. There's a sun, and so that was the sun there. And going further, let's go blue bacon. So I put some other stuff to further demonstrate that the disinfo blue bacon's claim that the South Tower shadow somehow caused the wing to disappear. The Luke Harshan footage and the Park foreman shows the sun reflection across the entire body of the quote second plane, literally just before impact. Thus, there is hardly any, if any, at all shadow of the building's shadow cast on the second quote plane. So you can see the reflection here. This is the Luke Harshan footage. The shadow, the reflection is all the way at the bottom. So in other words, this reflection might be hitting the tip of the nose, but nothing else. Certainly not the body of it. And this one here, you can see it right here. And as it goes inside, I'll go. Actually, I'll watch the Park Foreman one. We'll show the Park Foreman one. Okay, there it is. And it turns pitch black right there. And it goes in. There's the reflection. I'll just go to slow motion right here. Okay, I'll slow motion it. So it looks like it's just a silhouette. All right. There's some mystery objects. Oh, there's a strange orbs. Where's the explosion? Okay, there it is. There it is. It's going in. So you can see the reflection the entire time. Even as it's inside, there's a reflection on the body, and it's still a bright spot on here on there. And even then, it was still back there. And now I'll continue further. So even Evan Fairbanks, you can see Evan Fairbanks. You have the entire portion of the thing is in reflection. Again, shadows don't cause wings to disappear. And but one good thing that came out of that absolute wild blue bacon nonsense. Let's go back here. Okay, go back to the blue bacon one. And first of all, he didn't even show my video.
There's this weird.
Okay, yeah, there's no resistance. Yeah, so it doesn't even show my video, and he doesn't even put a link there, even after I asked him. And then there's another guy this guy here. And Building 7 was damaged so badly that it collapsed and it's on footprint. But anyways, so some guys in the comments started going after him, and then I got in as well. And then the guy actually subscribed. The other guy subscribed to me, and so on. Let's go back here. Okay, they went on and on. And again, the guy's just I'm leaning towards conspiratorial, but it's very easy to be conspiracy. Okay, he's leaning towards it. Where's the other guy? I think this is subscriber. What's sad is Matheusy has 52,000 subscribers. What's sad is this guy's a clown. Anyways, you guys go reply to these guys. I don't want to deal with them. Okay. Where's the subscribers? Where's that other guy? So someone did he remove it? I'll try to find it in the comments. Or maybe. Okay, so. I will try to find it. I'll keep scrolling until I find it. I think it was a pretty good comment, so it was worth it. We will keep going until we find it. Okay, there it is. This guy. Okay, this guy here. MES, you earned yourself a sub. So your delivery does not lend to the believability of your rebuttal. That is true. And then I replied to this guy. Okay, and this guy became a subscriber. Tim became a subscriber and then saw my videos. He says, well, this is pretty good stuff. Okay. And then, just going back here. Did he remove my comments? Like, I can't even see my comments. Okay. Yeah, this guy, okay, this keeps going on and on. So the guy is literally just, okay, let's see where it is. Okay, there it is. Okay, and this guy says, I just sent, yeah, right here. I just sent Blue an email since my comments don't show. If he doesn't delete his video, I'll be making a video of my own exposing him. And this guy says, you earned yourself a sub, and so on. And this guy also made some good points about the angles as well. Yeah, he says, it gets even weirder when video is high res. The plane is entirely in the shade. Strange how all these different angles show the exact same event, yet with inconsistencies and so on. Anyways, let's go watch the actual video for those who haven't seen. This is part 30. And I do show high resolution. I show every single resolution possible. This is the one where he's saying some sort of building shadow. and where it wasn't even on the plane. Okay, so here it is, 3 different at the exact same time. At the exact same time, there's no shadow of the building on it. And it's perfect, yeah, and they all sync in sync, turning even behind the crane. All right, so that's it was not CGI. This rules out CGI. Now you have nine of them doing the exact same thing. All right, so if you go like this, and you can see all of them do the exact same time, show the exact same thing at the exact same time and place. Again, you rule out CGI, and the flight paths are all the exact same thing as well. And people actually see them. Even in this one, you'll see the person say, "Hey, what is that thing? You should going up in there." So something's in the air, and all the wings disappear at the same time, and some of them way before anywhere near the quote shadow. So this guy's saying some sort of shadow. The guy is one of the stupidest people. But again, he's acting dumb. So he's just one of the most like moralist, just like evil people you can imagine. All right, Blue Bacon. So this one right here, and I wrote right here, hi Blue, I'm responding to your hit piece against my 9/11 disappearing wing videos, specifically to your comment below, and you wrote, because I said he's a bunch of nonsense, oh goodness, no, the sun was closer to the east than it was to the southeast, the tower faces were not directly aligned to the cardinal compass points, the sun was 21 degrees from perpendicular to a cardinal point, while the tower struck by Flight 177 was 30 degrees. For the sun to be directly illuminating the side of the tower that was struck, its angle would have been be greater than the tower's. The sun wouldn't be in position to directly illuminate the side of WTC-2 that was hit until more than 30 minutes after impact. You can also see the wing in your video despite it having allegedly disappeared. I hope this helps. So again, the guy, you can clearly tell that whole video he was acting a fool because he knows what he's doing. He knows full well what he's doing. And then I wrote, I'm not sure if you're serious, so we will see that the wing disappears either partially or completely in all 9 videos at the exact same time and place. Normal wings do not phase out neither completely or almost completely. So he's saying, oh, I actually can see a wing. I'm like, you don't see anything. You see some little, random weird translucent blob there. And again, these are exact same time and place. There's no shadow on them. And so we rule out CGI, and then HD footage of the Naughted and Luke Corshen videos show the wing disappearing but not in sync. And also forgot to mention that in the email, there's literally a reflection at the bottom there. The entire reflection, so there's no shadow on it. And there's nothing coming from the top down on it, because there's no reflection on this one. All right. But not in sync, and it's not coming from top down. The wing, I mean the sun is on the east, not on top of it. And the Naughted has the wing reappear, while in the Corshen video, most of the left wing disappears. So there's a left wing disappearing. So the shadow's causing the left to disappear from this angle. And then the Naughted brothers, this one's disappearing in like 6 frames and reappearing. It reappears. So the shadow makes it reappear. And regarding the sun position, it is southeast. It's right there. And then if you use this right here, using Sun Earth tools, if you could plot it in, you could actually put the exact sun at that time. In combination with an exact WTC model, actually I have this made up. I actually made this perfectly in sync, and the exact same size of the quote alleged plane. The expected shadow on the plane is minimal, just the nose and right on impact. This is minimal, but the actual one is actually this is from a point, but the sun is actually there's bigger than just this one point. So you'll have some coming from an angle this way. So what it actually shows is even less than this. This is the shadow line. This is the sun. This is the shadow line. The shadow line will none of the left wing will be in the shadow. Possibly a tip of it, even less than this, because the shadow is not just a blob. So I'll work that around. And this is September. This is 9/11, 9:03 a.m. at exactly the impact of the second quote plane. All right, and then I wrote, thus your video thumbnail and misbelief in ability of shadows to disappear wings is wrong. So I said this is way off. This doesn't even make any sense because only the nose would be shown possibly, but again, not even according to the actual videos. I would say if the footage was all copied to the master template, that would be no. That's not how it works. Again, that's that. You have to assume a whole bunch of stuff for that. and again, all the witnesses, people actually seen it, and so on, seen something, and I wrote, please delete your video, otherwise I will make a follow-up video debunking your nonsense. Cheers. And then he wrote, the thumbnail shows the left wing disappearing against the dark building, but the right is still visible. You also provide an image showing the same. Your video shows the right wing disappearing against the light blue, but the left wing is visible. This is consistent with objects partially in view in low resolution. In the top left image of your video, the wing is visible. That alone is a problem for your theory. You want to remind Norman that the side of the building was struck by Flight 175 was not directly illuminated by the sun, but you have acknowledged, despite his earlier claims to my contrary, I recommend you getting your story straight before you respond. Like, this guy's an absolute clown. And the thumbnail you shows a left wing and fin in the shadow of the building. That's not the same as my image, where it was, if there was any shadow, and there actually wasn't, and unless you're like literally on impact. And look how far away these are. These are literally super far away, and so these ones would not be in the shadow. It's not the same as my image. If there's any shadow, it would be minimal and only on the nose and far side of the left wing. And then he says, and again, objects don't disappear in low and high resolution at the exact same time and place. And the Naughted and Luke Crochet videos are HD footage showing the right wing disappearing and reappearing. And the Crochet had left wing mainly disappearing. Stop ignoring this evidence. And the Park Foreman footage shows the right wing not disappearing right here, and shows reflection of the fin as well as, yeah, and I put the fin right here. There's a reflection right there. Reflection as well as opposite of your thumbnail. And as it goes in, you could still see the full reflection on this side. And the shadows from the whole side. It's not coming from the top down. I don't know how top down will do that on it. Like, I don't even know what this is. Why is this plane aiming upwards? What is he even trying to achieve? And this irrefutable proof that the and this, look at the bright spot at the like impact, like almost at impact exactly. This is irrefutable proof the shadow is minimal. The disappearing wings are irrefutable, but also secondary proof. Also secondary proof the objects were not according to your theory of big Boeings going near 600 miles an hour at low altitude and gliding through steel like a hologram before a delayed explosion, like a bunker buster missile. And I showed my comparison right here. Again, this is this part right here. You'll have it going in, no deceleration, and explosion afterwards, similar to a bunker buster. Now if you have actual planes and jets, they do not do anything of that nature. And look, this one just crushes in, and this one here only went through like 2 inches of that concrete. It's only penetrated 2 inches. Okay. Will not confirm. No, CGI is not explainable. CGI is literally not explainable. So again, it's back to flat Earth. If you bring up CGI again, just stop doing it. You time out. If you have something constructive besides saying, "Oh, it was CGI," it was not CGI. Okay. It's also there's also people seeing something in the sky. And again, all like 60. There's 69 footages. It's not just one. It's not just like 10. It's not even 5. There's 69 of the exact same thing happening, and even the people that you can actually call them too. Jeff Hill actually called a whole bunch of the witnesses that saw it, and literally you could tell they're truthful. Passing through people, Disney, the show Whales passing through people. Interesting. I haven't seen the Whales one. Is that one of them might be an actual? I don't know. That might not be the hologram, the Whales one. But anyways, let's go back to this email thread. So he says, I hope you're not trying to suggest a 2D image I created from my thumbnail was meant to accurately represent the exact angles of the shadows. Again, he admits that he's using fake stuff, fake thumbnail. It would be foolish to expect otherwise, and I hope your data is not coming from mere thumbnails. I intend to present a mathematical analysis with a 3D render. No, he will not do it because he knows he's an absolute liar. Admiral Dickie Bird, hello, let's go. And then Peter Simmons with the numerology. But again, don't put CGI, otherwise it's enough. I intend to present a mathematical analysis. It says low resolution, low frame rate, and digital scan lines can significantly reduce the quality of an image in ways that obscure detail. Some or all of these factors are present in the footage you shared. It's like, again, if you have the worst phone and you're filming something and you have like 10 of them doing the exact same thing, that thing is happening in real life. It does not matter what your quality of your phone is. Something's actually happening in real life. Okay. Once again, I'm able to see the allegedly quote vanished wing in the photo you showed. There's a problem with your theory. There's no need to try to introduce additional arguments until you understand the part of the shadow played in the footage. So he's not even saying anything. He's saying he admits his thumbnail's wrong, but I shouldn't go by the thumbnail. So what am I going by? He has literally nothing he said. and the shadow, and I showed that it's barely anything. And I said, I'm pointing out that your thumbnail is bogus, fix it up. A dozen videos showing the exact same thing rules out camera artifacts. Again, shadows don't cause wings to disappear partially or completely. Stop acting dumb. Some of the videos show partially disappearing wings and some completely. This is a problem for your Osama myth, fairy tale, and not my 3D image projection glitching out theory. Well, it's not. It's pretty much evidence. It's not even theory anymore. Where is the right wing? And I just told him, where's the right wing in the knotted footage? He's saying because you could see some sort of weird blurry line there. Yeah, the CGI is all the disinfo ones that push CGI. They also push some sort of weird explosives or CGI of the buildings falling too. And they're saying the jumpers are CGI. It's a giant slippery slope of the CGI clowns. And I said, where's the left wing in the knotted in the Luke Roshan footage? Where's the left wing here? But alas, it is clear you're playing weird disinfo games, so I'll have to make a video exposing your weird lies. He says, no, it's a thumbnail. If you're using thumbnails as sources, you were wrong. It's a thumbnail. I'm using your video. I'll be making a video if you continue to argue with emotional decline to reply, what emotion? When I make my debunking video, my thumbnail will accurately represent your claims, and please include a link to my video in the description of your hit piece so others can easily watch for themselves. I'll do the same for you. He says that your video was appropriately cited. He won't even include a link. Forgive me for not believing you intend to accurately represent my claims. I said, LOL aside, but alas, it's your channel, so do as you please. I will send you an unlisted version of the debunking video in case you have any valid objections before publishing. So I'll literally send it to him. If you have any objections, valid ones, I won't publish it. So it's like I'm literally telling him, stop being a complete and utter immoral, like evil, like psychopath. So again, that's a debunking one. Getting like just there's nothing you can say about it. He's just an absolute evil man. But alas, that is what we are dealing with, guys. Okay, we have 69 people in the show. What else? I think we had. It says right here, Norman's sent some. Final red pill. Watching this, yeah, this is some distant ones. Arguing with the maker of this BS in the comments. I'll give him 0 or 10 for a duck as they're pushing the thermite. They muddle up. Yeah, the thermite one. Okay, back to the thermite one. I put it inside the thingy. Okay, so we went over this. We went over the passengers and possible airplane stuff like that. Let's see what else we have. And it's been 2 hours 30 minutes. I'm gonna try to power through some of this fast. Okay, the next one is a thermite. We'll get to the thermite. And we'll do that now. Okay, Veritasium shows that thermite requires high activation heat. So the Thermite guy, which again I think is a controlled science op, but nonetheless he has some great stuff there to debunk. And yeah, so it's a Thermite right here. So this is a good footage right here. It shows you that Thermite requires, this time Thermite shows the incredible high activation energy required to start a Thermite reaction. Even using a blowtorch at 850 degrees Celsius is not enough to react the Thermite. And again, Thermite just powder, like aluminum powder, iron powder. In other words, the dustification of the towers, you'll have some sort of, you'll have pretty much what thermite material is. But again, it needs a high activation heat. So instead, high temperature barium hydroxide igniters are used just to start the reaction. And the thermite reaction is extremely bright and chaotic, which is the opposite of what happened on 9/11. So here is a talk here.
They set up this demonstration for me to...
And I'm going to try to, again, try to bypass the copyrights. I'll be like stopping it here and there. Let's play it.
To see how safe thermite is to handle. They want me to try to ignite this full crucible of thermite with increasing sized ignition sources.
So this is a full thermite right there, and they're going to try to light up. Imagine how much you would need for 9/11, but also, again, how bright it would be 9/11. Let's play this.
But I wasn't entirely confident this was a good idea.
Maybe you can help me ignite it?
Okay, so first he starts with this.
Where's Christoph? Get you. We're doing it?
I'm gonna pass. Again, I just want to bypass the copyright on you because they're using a lighter. Doesn't do anything.
I'm making some of the thermite particles here quite hot, so that they are actually glowing orange.
Yeah.
Put it on the same spot.
Does thermite act differently from nanothermite? It's the same nonsense. They both require high activation heat. Mini thermite, I would assume they would just be if there is a such thing as nanothermite. It would be the same thing. All it is smaller. So in this case, but again, I need to see something on thermite. But the idea is the same thing: high heat and super chaotic, but also require high activation thing. It takes a while to wrap our heads around what the facts say. When you start seeing the facts, MES diving deep for the truth. That is true. Deep diving.
But
So again, you could put the whole thing under heat. Nothing
You
happens.
think this whole thing's gonna blow up in my face?
No.
I hope not. So you can see, like, even getting it
Okay, let's go back here.
flame there.
So a flame doesn't do anything. Let's do a torch. Okay, now he's using a blowtorch. Now he's using a full blowtorch.
All right, let's torch it in 3, 2, 1.
Okay, I'm gonna mute this just because I don't want to copyright. Okay, so you can see he's lathering it up, and nothing's happening. And you can tell it shows the temperature 500 degrees. They measure it 500. It's gonna go to 850 and still nothing. I think it got to 860. It was even oh yeah, bigger than I even thought, and still nothing happens to it. Yeah, thermite was used in World War II for scuttling artillery and tank barrels. Yeah, he covers that in this.
Wow.
And you just have molten like.
Did it melt?
Yes, you have some melted metal. Nothing happens still.
Yeah, that can happen.
It can melt and not
ignite.
So you can melt thermite and still not ignite. So it needs to be hotter than its actual melting one.
ignite. What the? That is absolutely nuts.
Okay, so 860. 800 and I put it wrong. 860. Let's put a 60 here. So we got 10 degrees hotter than usual. Okay, and now here they use these barium hydroxide igniters, which are super high temperature. And let's see. Now look what happens.
The key to this lack of reactivity is the aluminum powder.
Okay.
The aluminum is quite stable because it's covered in aluminum oxide.
Okay, so aluminum oxide is stable. I'm just gonna mute it. I don't want to get the music copyrighting me.
If it gets so violently heated that layer breaks down in a large number of particles, then the reaction can start.
Okay, so it needs to be hard enough for that aluminum oxide. Let's play this here.
So this reaction has a that's why we've been using barium hydroxide igniters. Basically the same stuff that's in sparklers.
Happy New Year!
Okay, so you basically need a sparkler, like a industry grade sparkler. And then you pour that inside. See what happens.
Air and start the reaction.
Ignition temperature is so going.
Okay, so now he's gonna pour it in that giant bucket of thermite. So this is just, imagine this, and now imagine 500,000 tons of each building. So that's 1,000,000 tons of the Twin Towers.
I'm gonna push the button.
And then watch what happens here. This he just puts it in there. This is just a normal sized bucket of thermite.
In 3, 2.
There is no way of stopping it.
Alright.
That is crazy!
Alright. Did this happen on 9/11? This does not happen on 9/11, guys. Alright. So we rule that out. It's a ginormous explosion. Alright. And super bright and super hot. Again, that did not happen on 9/11. Alright, let's continue further, guys. Okay, half moon, 9/11. Okay, so emojis. Let's do some power through some of these. All these sets should be done outside. That is true. Let's play this. Alright, why? Yeah, so anyways, Bill Gates got his own emoji. It's breaking news, guys. Bill Gates got his own emoji. Let's go. Alright. Alright, so Bill Gates. Let's continue further. Let's see any comments. Okay, what else is there? Did anyone comment in this one here? Okay, this one here. Okay, Instigator is on the Odysee. Oh, and the Pentagon. I knew the phone calls were fake from remote locations, and I received yeah, wouldn't the wings crumble? I've seen plenty of videos, and it's not bad CJ. It's bad CJ. It's literally glitching out advanced tech. Okay, I know the phone calls were fake from remote locations, and I used a receive call on my cell phone from my company that day to top off my fuel tank soon after. I was a trucker at the time, and the Pentagon was hit by a missile. Well, again, Pentagon was also hit by a direct energy weapon, and so on. So whatever type it was. Okay, I'm gonna continue further. I think Norman sent something here. Let's see what it was first. Okay, so we got this emoji. What did was it? Where did you put 4 minutes? Yeah, for the planes, our CGI groupies right here. Oh yeah, so again, he, she, advanced. So basically, once you realize by 9/11, advanced tech is the name of the game. After that, then you can go through other stuff. Where did a comment go? I don't know where the comment went. But anyways, okay, so we got that. And I think this was... Okay. What's his airline theory? Oh no, the airline is a holographic projection. So if you haven't seen it... So again, for those who haven't seen it, I'll just have to go put this big one. This is, I think, in my opinion, one of the other monumental discoveries here. So it's not just even a holographic projection. This is 3D volumetric laser, possibly, yeah, again, the closest one I think is laser-induced projection, where you have some sort of laser that shoots in here, and then it actually creates some sort of image projection that's at sight. Somehow you react with the things, the chemical, the air molecules, heat them up with plasma. You create a plasma-induced like image of a thingy. So this was actually patented by the Navy, I think 2018. And there was also a mystery object flying almost as fast as the plane, the alleged plane on 9/11. This was and this is actual videos, not a fake videos, is assumed to be real by everybody here. So by mainstream. So now let's play this one.
So were the planes a hologram?
I think it was some kind of image thing, and a lot of people have done, more research into that.
What was actually involved was some type of image projection technology, and I know that you've probably done more research in that.
Okay, well, I don't want to play this a full 8 minutes, but I will go through some of the stuff here. This is Mark Collins, him and Chris Hampton did a lot of research on this, and they're talking about optics and so on. And there's this mystery object, and also there was at least 3 mystery planes flying parallel to the second one. So there's one at the northwest, because you could see this is the North Tower, so it'd be northwest of it. And actually, no, yeah, the North Tower is over here, and this is let's see, this is northwest there. North is on the other side. Oh yeah, this is northwest. This is behind it. So northwest. This is southeast, because that's on the bottom there. So 3 planes. God, just 1 second. I have someone at the door.
So were the planes a hologram?
I think it was some kind of image thing, and a lot of people have done, more research into that.
What was actually involved was some type of image projection technology, and I know that you've probably done more research in that area, because I know you've been talking to Mark.
Alright, so set up the volume. Okay, I lowered it just so I can speak, but anyways, go back to here. I'm going to power through. So up my volume or up the other volume? Up the video volume. Alright. Okay, Thermite is a private message. I'll get to that. Also, we got a first donation on Rumble. Let's go, guys. So, whichever one gets the most donations, we'll go with that. Keep it up. You should do a short of the Thermite and plane wings. Great idea. Yeah, I'll do one eventually. I'm currently working on some bombshell stuff, but I also have like my free energy research and gyroscope and all that. So I have a whole bunch of stuff to do, and we'll eventually do the Thermite as well, and so on. But also make sure to follow 9/11 Business. He does a lot of this. So here's the mystery object, guys. So first of all, there was 3 mystery planes flying parallel to the second one. And I did not realize this until like literally a month or two ago. Different elevations. Rare footage shows a mystery object flying near the second quote plane, which was going 587 miles per hour.
Yeah. Why he did that?
Yeah, so there's a mystery object. You saw it just pop out, but now, if you go slow motion, you could see it way behind. Again, these all rules off CGI because it's like so much intricacy or just detail. Yeah. Okay, there it is, and there it is going in. Okay, JK Philly fan, you should have a debate. Have Alien Science on for a debate. Oh no, he's free. Feel free. He blocked me on X. He doesn't like being called a disinfo agent, but the guy's an absolute psychopath. He's also a criminal. He was also he was also arrested twice. He went to jail twice, so that's interesting. Eric Retz, Matt doesn't allow debate. You get blocked. Okay, bye. Just bye. Like, what is this guy talking about? Put user in a timeout. Let's go to 10 minutes. We don't. I just said stop mentioning flat Earth, and I can't even I can't even do this one. Okay, I gotta go here. It's like absolutely ridiculous. It's like this is not a debating chat. It's not even debating. You're just trash talking. Anyways, Eric Red, don't push flat Earth in here. If you have something, email me. Okay, the Substack. Okay, now that Revisionist is in the house on Rumble. Let's go. So we got chats on chats on chats. Anyways. Okay, and he puts the chat there. Okay, I'm gonna go right here. Okay, so continue further. So there's that mystery object here. This is not a helicopter or anything. This is going like 587 miles an hour. It's almost 600 miles an hour, and it's moving as fast as that. And it's disappeared. I'm trying to find any other footage. It's the only one I've seen of an actual UFO. Okay, and then this guy, Judy Brown, says, seems like a waste debating people who don't believe in Judy Wood's work. Well, they also wouldn't be on. They wouldn't ever come here to debate because they know what will happen. Because like he blocked me on X. Okay, Admiral Dickie Bird says, MES, you are the Dharma man. This is fantastic inspection of blatant dodgy stuff. Yeah, that is true. You gotta, everything's dodgy, but you can't. My view is never make a full statement like until you just collect as many data points. So this one's a data point. You collect a whole bunch, and then that's why I never dealt with the planes until like literally years later. Once I got Mark Collin on the show, because I'm like, all right, I'll go into it because I went through every single video, and then I would make my conclusions.
Clips. The wing disappears at some point, and that could be due to some sort of strobing effect.
The knotted footage shows the right wing missing and suddenly reappearing. All right, so it reappears. So again, the Blue Bacon guy got it wrong. He's saying that the shadow makes it disappear, but as it gets closer, it reappears. And this is HD. This is the guy's using an HD professional camera. And you can see my giant compilation of it on it at the end. Okay, there it is. And then some people said that they saw a missile or saw a smaller plane and so on, and it goes back in. There are also a dozen videos showing the right wing disappear at the exact same time and place, thus ruling out camera artifacts, video compression, and CGI. Yeah, and then I show these ones as well. Again, this one doesn't even have a wing there the whole time. So the more and more info you get together from different angles and different witnesses, if they all match, then that's the truth. So if they all just match, the simplest explanation is this is not a real object, and it was certainly not done by cavemen from Middle East cavemen. Somehow.
When we came down here.
And this one here, there's a witness saying that he saw a rocket hit the South Tower, and look at the angle that he would be seeing, either this one or the Le Crochan, which both of them look like a rocket. Even the fin disappears.
I see a rocket going to
Even the fin has disappeared.
this one. Just watch the rocket drive straight into the center.
Even photographs. And then even photographs show the wings disappear. This is the left wing disappearing here before it goes in, and look how bright it is all along this whole edge. So in other words, there's no shadow there. And this one here is literally inside. That's not a shadow. That's literally like disappeared. And this is impossible crash physics, and that's left wing disappearing. So a photograph showing this is more telling than the videos, because videos can capture very very fast frame rate. So when you have a video that's or something that you're capturing, because it's a video, you need to capture as many as you can. So you're gonna have to get it frame by frame by frame. But with an image, you can have the exposure longer. So the images typically have much longer exposures, where you're going to take a photo and then you wait till a lot of light goes in for at least like, let's say 30 frames it would be in a regular one for like at least. And yeah, so you have more light and more of those video frames that would have been, instead of video frames, you would have like literally like all of them merge into one image. So if you have a photo showing a disappearing wing, this means that during this period, that the wing was actually glitching out for a longer period of time than simply just a video. Like if you just took a frame from video, this one is like very good evidence that this actually happened. Especially even this one melting inside, and this is also showing that there's no actual like impact debris. The engines aren't actually colliding with it. There's nothing colliding like actual physically in there, besides possibly like a smaller thingy, possibly some sort of a cloaked missile or something. So what could have other possibilities have been debunked? This is holographic image tech. This is Project Bluebeam. Not just screenshots from videos show disappearing wings and impossible crash dynamics. This further rules out video artifacts.
When light doesn't do what you think it's supposed to do, you start wondering about what's happening with the optics.
Okay. I got okay, so I got a message, where's the... Okay, debated alien science. Yeah, alien science wants to get on the show. It would be pretty good, but again, he wouldn't show up because he already deleted me. And okay, so I got a message from Rotary Motion. All right. So, wish I could do more. Yeah, do as much as you want, guys. I can help as much as you want. I'll be going strong. I thought you were against holographic just before. No, I wasn't. No, just the word hologram. It is like that, but I think it's more advanced than simple light interference. I think it's actual plasma induced. So the thing is, I think the image is actually created from a plasma. So you'll have some solidity to it. So like an actual to give an example of what a plasma is, let's go to plasma sound. So it's not just a simple hologram interference. I think it's something like this where you can even have holograms that talk. Just to give an example. But I think it was plasma around an actual physical
Depending on scientists have finished testing
object.
on an early weapon that can make laser plasma balls talk. Stop, or we will be forced to fire a...
So this laser-induced plasma ball that's talking is vibrating and actually talking in human speech.
It's called the laser-induced plasma effect, and it's made by the Joint Non-Lethal Weapons Directorate. So what they've done is basically created a laser that can shoot out to a certain distance, and they can pipe in sound waves through it, and actually make human voice sounds and commands. Now, where this becomes useful...
Alright, so you can literally talk. you got talking stuff there. But there's other stuff here. You can have plasma speakers that talk as well. I'm just illustrating plasma. Plasma is just ions, like just a cluster of ions. You can have Tesla coils that speak. You could play music just by Tesla coils. Yeah, so basically what I'm saying is I think the objects were very, very advanced. Once you start diving into the tech, it's actually, you actually see it's actually a pretty practically, like I think it's not too far-fetched either. Like the actual physics, it's pretty standard. Even if you look at the cathode ray tube where you have TV, how is that image being projected on there? It's like you're literally launching electrons and firing and creating that. The hologram. And another part, I put this here. For all those wanting to learn about holograms, just a mainstream, this is an absolutely epic lecture from one of those. I think that giant math channel or science channel. This is this is the best holographic lectures I've ever seen. So watch this. Watch the whole thing. It's almost an hour, 46 minutes, but you'll be blown away how it works and so on, how they create it. And they basically use a reference beam. And so instead of a regular image where you're capturing just the light amplitude, now you're capturing the phase of it. What's the actual peak, the distance from it. Anyways, check that out. That'll be that. And I just want to power through some stuff because we've gotten a lot, and I don't want to make it too long. All right, so this one here, Bill Gates emojis, 100 patents on geoengineering. So if you've seen I've done some geoengineering live streams, but I didn't realize that, yeah, there's 100 patents. So here, list of 100 patents on weather modification and geoengineering. So you go right here, there's a whole bunch of here. July 16th, 1891, method of producing rainfall. In 1891. August 6, 1913, rainmaker. You got these, November, electric steam generator, smoke screen generator, aerial discharge device, process for controlling weather, 1951. And then he keeps going on and on. Method of cloud seeding, freezing nucleation, freezing nucleant electric heating apparatus for generating superheated vapors, and so on. And if you haven't seen my geoengineering deep dive, go in there. I show some epic weather manipulation. Yeah, the past phone call. Okay, so coherent standing wave resonance frequencies. Interesting. Interesting stuff. Kinetic holographic weapons. Yeah, we will show that. I just want to power through what we have currently. Kugel, Rainmaker, Dry Ice. Interesting. I will do that. Let's just do that quickly. But then another thing I want to show is going back to the patents. This is the patents, and then I think this one right here. So the 1996. If you've seen the Air Force 2025, they're talking about advanced tech coming in 2025. They include that holographic projection. So we'll go here. Air Force 2025. So this is the 1996 Air Force 2025 predictions for 2025. This was an operational analysis for Air Force. This is valid focus thinking to future air and space capabilities, and it includes literally image projection. Holographic displays a three-dimensional visual image. So you got holographic projection by 2025, and this is 1986. And now they also have a weather one too. This is owning the weather in 2025. So something big is happening in 2025. That's why I made a live stream dedicated to 2025. And they have basically the entire systems around the around Earth. Where's that flat Earth person? Anyone thinking we will have free energy in our lifetime? Well, I think we have to get it. Free energy, well, yeah, that's definitely, my view is I'm going to be full-time on it as we get closer to 2030. So that's my life goal, is to produce it. Because nobody's going to give free energy. No one's going to give us free energy. Alien sign, Jeremy Reese alien sign is definitely not. Ashton Forbes is definitely not. Do not give him $50,000. So there's normal ionosphere, reflective mirror layers, and so on. This is all from 1995, and they're creating ionosphere using some transmission stations off the ionosphere, bouncing it off and creating some other stuff, creating some effects on planes too, and then some other stuff in here. And then interestingly, they have a timetable, and they said that by 2025 they should have all this in there: precipitation modification, storm modification, SM. Where's SM? SM by 2025. And then they also have they also mentioned direct energy. Direct energy by 1995, they already had it. Or that's when they're starting. That's when they're starting. And then 2025, you have a lot of these virtual weather. Like, this is absolutely mind-boggling stuff, guys. Okay, bouncing out. Oh, there it is. Eric Reiser, bouncing out the firmament. Let's go. All right, let's go. But so, dry ice. Every time we see someone invent free energy, they mysteriously pass away and dodgy. Okay, so Google Rainmaker dry ice. Object invention. Okay, rainmakers emulate nature in producing rainfall by reducing atmospheric pressure and temperature. Yeah, basically cloud seeding. Yeah, free energy. Yeah, but the thing is, if you create free energy, you have to do it publicly and show the process so that other people make it. My first thing I'll do is I'll show the experiments at the same time as showing you what to do and do it. And for example, I will. This one is people don't realize. People don't realize that gyroscope is literally the simplest demonstration of free energy. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous. So a gyroscope can get kinetic energy without loss of potential energy. This is free energy in my humble opinion. So if you have a gyroscope and if you spin up, you feel the force. It doesn't lose any additional spin speed. But anyways, I don't want to get off topic, but I am losing focus. Let's go here. Category of Dr. Judy Wood. Anyways, say Wood, not Woods. Okay, if you put a S at the end, that's it raises my disinfo sensor. Okay, so let's play. Let's go back here. I just want to power through. What else do we have? Air Force mandatory lecture on holograms. Please transcribe and translate 9/11 Alchemy. This one's very important. So 9/11 Alchemy, if you haven't seen it, it's the best documentary, in my opinion, in the world, or probably ever made. So this Polish people would like better English subtitles to the epic 9/11 Alchemy Facing Reality documentary than those auto-generated by YouTube, so that he can translate to Polish and other languages. Let me know if anyone. Let me know anyone of you would like. Again, I hate. Let me know if any one of you would like to generate subtitles for arguably the best documentary ever made. So this guy right here, I'm going to read it out. It's another BitChute user. Hi, thank you for your great work. Although I live in Poland and was born there, I've been following the 9/11 topic closely from the beginning. Not all the material appearing on the web on this topic get much coverage due to language barriers. For this reason, my big request to the creator to consider the possibility of attaching to the video English subtitles. The subtitles automatically generated on the YouTube platform are very inaccurate, which causes a lot of distortion in later translation of them in other languages. Yeah, when you convert to other languages, is distortion. I myself am not fluent in English and often use subtitles or a translator. However, when specialized nomenclature comes up, translator goes crazy and translates misidentified words. Adding subtitles or blending them into the picture would not only make it easier to translate them into another language, but it would eliminate doubts about the sound of specialized words. Please consider my requests and know that you are not alone with this, as the problem affects us all. What I care most about at the moment is the base video of 2018 9/11 alchemy facing reality. And I believe Stephen F. Said this. I'm working on this at the moment. This is a super fan and a super good person. Let's go. Okay, so we have all this set up there. And let's go through, I think... Okay, where's the... Okay, the 9/11 kinetic energy weapons, optics, Russian space... Russians developing a weapon based on new physical principles. First prototype laser weapons have been made operational with Russia's armed forces. Russian Deputy Minister Yuri Borisov said it's not something unusual. Anyways, it's kinetic. This is some developing weapons. What else? Oh yeah, holographic and kinetic weapons. According to the source, the main weapons based on new physical principles, including laser, acoustic, holographic, and kinetic weapons. And again, the other part is I think the holographic tech is as advanced as the direct energy that turned the towers to dust. And exposing, yeah, this Thermite one is. Again, just follow non-benevolent revisionist, especially on the Substack. He's got everything in, but I just want to power through. It's been 3 hours now. I just want to try to power through it as much as we can. Okay, so another part here. Oh yeah, so the Ashton Forbes grift going mainstream. Psychopath Jeremy Reese gets psychopath DJ thermal detonator on 9/11 to trash DJW. Yeah, so it's like they all just gang up on the truth. It's like they just hate the truth for some reason. So this info agent, Jeremy Reese, aka Alien Scientist, he has on his live stream on December 23rd, he had this Dew debate. They never even mentioned Dew. Like they just say they have this crazy guy. They mentioned Judy Wood like once or twice, and just for the guy to call her a shill and to show this absolute shill Jenkins and so on. And again, this was an absolute embarrassment to humanity. It was literally there's no debate. There's just two clowns clowning. All right, so that was the clowns. Okay, this one right here, I'll do this later. This would be too much for this, but I had a call with a geoengineer from Canada yesterday. He wanted to talk, and he sent me LiDAR data that's used in a 9/11 memorial before and after model of the WDC, and he's also sending me a package of 3D printouts of it. And data is from September 19, 2001, but some locations are below ground, including inside WTC-6, which could not have been excavated at that time. So in other words, not only were the towers turned to dust, but also sub-level, like sub-ground level, was turned to dust. So there was actually less material than nothing. It was negative material. Not just nothing, it was negative. It wasn't just ground level, it was actually below ground. And the guy sends, I put a link to all the LiDAR stuff and so on. I'll go through that, and he went over the LiDAR stuff here. I'll see if I could pop out some stuff. I'll just briefly show some of it. I'm not going to show too much because probably doesn't want me to show the whole thing as he's talking in it and so on. I'm going to go make your own styled. I think he made a LiDAR demo. So this guy's a geoengineer and he made it from this. And yeah, he's been watching my work. He likes it. So that's pretty good. So I'm just going to go through. How do I, right? Okay, there it is. I was doing while I'm talking, so no voice. Again, there's a LiDAR data. He shows all the LiDAR data. And there's a global mapper. So again, guys, and it shows you the dots that they're using. The laser dots, they would pretty much shoot the, LiDAR laser on it from the sky. And then you get a 3D print, a 3D of all the elevations. And it shows you here. And he shows me, yeah, and he shows some of them are sub-level, or sub-ground. And I think he sent another video where he used a animation where, let's see. Okay, this is the print video. Let's see, is this the one print? Make your own New York style cat scratch. I think did he send this one? Which one was this one? Oh no, this is a cat scratch one. No, that's not that one. Horizontal. Okay, this is from Judy Wood's book. He got it from the idea from there, and then he got in contact with someone that has it. And there's a printout he has. So he will send this one to me, and examine it. That's so he 3D printed this whole thing. And there's some other models he's sending and so on. So that's that. But there was that one he sent. I gotta find that. I'll see if I can find it on the email. I will find it on the email. Whoops, I will erase this one. I'll here so we don't show his name, and we'll go LiDAR. Okay, so that's the thingy. Where's the LiDAR? Okay, he sent it. I just wanted to find that video. That was a great video, print video. Is that the What's that print one? Okay, I think that's the print video. Let's see the print video. No, that's the print one. Okay, not the print one. I want the other one. He sent it. I don't know where it went. Oh, LiDAR demo. Is that the one? Did he include? I think it is this one. So I gotta. I'll just power through because he did. I'm just gonna go fast forward and see what happens. I'm gonna go 100x speed until I find it because he did show some great graphics there. So it was in this. Okay, I'm just gonna go power through. I think it is in this. Okay. Okay, there it is. This is the one. So what he does is he added just like water there just to see what the ground level is. And I will mute it because I don't think he wants to be. Oh, I'll slow it down. So right now it's 20x speed. I was played normal speed. All right, so it's going faster. Okay, the way Jeremy promotes the right-wing establishment weaponizes and perverts the conspiratorial lens through which he interprets it and sells it like Alex Jones. Oh yeah, so apparently he's make America healthy again. Matthew sent you the LiDAR on Telegram chat. Okay, epic. Yeah, no, what I mean is this guy actually got the LiDAR full data and then like plotted it up and he sent me some other stuff you could put on Google Earth and you could see it visually. It's actually absolutely amazing. Okay, so this is what he found. So if you lift up the thingy here, some of the stuff is below ground. Okay, so especially the building 6 one. There's building 6. We'll go into it. So this guy, he's got some professional setup here. Okay, so and you can go up and down. And he shows when it's ground level, and then I think he plotted, and then you have some spots that would be filled with water. So a lot of this is literally through the water. Even building 6 here, this is level, so you have a whole bunch of stuff that's literally been. So you had 19, so you had 8 days to somehow excavate it all, and some of them are inside building 6. That's water there. So this water is showing you, it's actually ground. Yeah, this is above. That's ground level. So you have below it is literally like below the ground was removed the actual material from the dustification. Yes, you see some close in as well. So you have building 6 there, which couldn't have been excavated. These ones may have some portions of it, but again, it's below ground. All right. So Eric read again. Let's see what did he say. View deleted. The guy doesn't realize. I don't want to hear nonsense. Some stuff. 9/11 truth brought me to the firmament, man. You know, brother. What? Oh my goodness. Okay. Anyways, yeah. So that was that. I wanted to show that part. And then he has the trade files. I'll go for another live stream. This is epic stuff. And he also wants to help out and possibly fund some sort of alt media skunkworks one where he'll fund an actual project to create some of the Hutchison effect stuff. So that guy's a great guy. Okay, like no F-16s interceptors, Air Force were around all on triggering grounds in Canada, Nevada. Yeah, there were actually some F-16s or F-15s after like the towers went down. Okay, so that's that. What else did we have here? I'm gonna keep that down. Okay, so I just want to power through. I just want to make it too long because if you have too long, you can't upload on X. So geoengineer Morgan Reynolds. Okay, this one here's this one. Check it out, guys. Morgan Reynolds did a experiment with ChatGPT. It's called Operation Headfake, and he would find ways to ask it questions such that it gives you proper answers. So you can ask a question such that it will give you the answers of actual justification and 9/11 do and so on. So it's literally gives you, but you have to go around. You can't just ask it simple questions. And also here's 9/11 revisionist, AI, and 9/11 stuff as well. I wanted to show that. Just want to power through it. Okay, so 9/11 holes in the ground, people hanging on to metal debris as they fall. Okay, this one I've never seen this before, so this is I'll show you guys first time ever that I've seen it. It was like yesterday or 2 days ago. So okay, let's power through. So there are literally people. Here's the debris right here. If you zoom into, like, for example, this part right here, there's literally a person hanging on to like the debris as they're falling. This person is holding on to something else as well. And they're going down, and you can see you have to zoom in. This person is over here. This one's here where you can zoom in. It's literally a guy hanging on to it. There's another person hanging on to debris. And the jumpers, and a lot of people say they hear explosions. Well, cars' tires were blowing up, and jumpers were blowing up. I think that the jumper is probably the saddest thing ever. Someone actually died from a jumper landing on them. So if you sift through the PDF, giant PDF I made of 499 witness testimonies, you'll see people coming off the building, coming off the North Tower at first, and then you see they were jumping. Actually, had to hold Felton because he wanted to run across the street to catch them, and they were hitting the ground and exploding. So and one of the guys says the jumper had a lot of burns literally down through the skin to the bone, and he said people coming out of the buildings half burned. The fuel must have spewed and hit some people. So he was astonished at how somehow some of the jumpers were how burned they were. And as human beings that were just falling from the sky and exploding like that, and falling and exploding, and you can hear popping sounds. We saw 20 people jump. Some of them hitting like a gun being fired or something. Their bodies exploding. But we just heard that a jumper landed on somebody right here, so they killed someone just by landing on them. So jumping in pairs, holding hands, jumping. Reason he went into the cardiac arrest was because a body landed on him. All right, so guys, as a heart attack, a person landed on him, and that's when a fireman of 216 was killed by a jumper when a jumper landed on him. Landing on top of 6 World Trade Center any minute, he thought they could land on us. And if you look at jumping, there's 259 instances in that PDF that I have a giant 7,000 page. They're jumping out of it. If you look at jumpers, there's another 167 jumper. So this is probably the saddest stuff you can come across. Does it really matter if people are dead? Okay, what? Does life really matter? Okay, anyways, this isn't for a philosophical mumbo jumbo. It's basically saying, are emotions real? Do emotions mean anything? Do emotions matter? In my view, reality is a moral reality. So emotion is as real as physical, like what we can eat and drink. Because emotions would give people actual meaning or reason to actually live. If there's no emotions, there's no reason. Yeah, this epic stuff, this is the LiDAR one. But the actual data itself, so because when you have the actual data, you can plot it onto stuff. Like Google Earth. I'll show you this stuff once I get through these documents. You can actually plot it on the Google Earth and so on. And you can see it before and after directly on it, so it's amazing. All right, guys, so that's that. Earth's magnetometer meeting. Yeah, this is one here. Okay, so I'll power through this one. This will be the last one. Okay, wing and ground effect rules out Pentagon nonsense. I'll say that for another one. Wing and ground effect. Okay, I'll demonstrate this quickly. I'm going to demonstrate 2 things. I'm going to close everything. I'm going to start closing stuff. No more mumble. Oh, whoops. Oh, man, I forgot to close. Okay, I forgot to save it, so it's going to not save it. Oh, okay, so I accidentally closed it, and I didn't save. So some of the stuff I didn't update, but good enough. Okay, so that'll be closing this one here. LiDAR. Close, and see, there's a comment here. I didn't see what you indicated I should see. I don't know what this guy's saying. Controls are out of sync. They're out of sync. Okay. Okay, guys. So it didn't save. Actually, it still could save. Okay, now I forgot to save it there. But anyways, not a big deal. But so one thing I want to show is the wing and ground effect. Wing and ground effect. For those that still believe in the official story of anything, of the Pentagon one is absolutely ridiculous. So the wing and ground effect is a good tutorial on it, and also this one as well. So when you're flying, above ground right here, there's a wing vortice like this, and what ends up happening is it creates a downwash or air pressure pushing downwards. So it's going to be more drag and it's force that's downwards. But when you're flying near the ground, what ends up happening is that, I'll just make it smaller here. So when you're flying near the ground, the air gets pushed outwards, so those wing vortex actually go further away. So there's going to be less downward force on it, so you're going to have more lift. So you're going to actually have less drag, more lift. So it's like a cushion of air. And here it is with the helicopters. Is more? You could see it a bit better. So out of ground effect. Right here, so you have air. This is how the flow is. Air goes down and then it circles around and hits it across there. But when you're near the ground, the air gets pushed outwards, and so does these like vortices. So it's literally like a cushion of higher pressure air and less downward force. So the wing and ground effect is used to create a wing and ground effect plane, like an actual vehicle. So you can have.
efficiently. Maintainability.
So you can go like this. You can literally fly like above the ground because it's like a cushion there.
This allows tourists the FSU to stable passenger is going to get this high.
Okay, there, you can see them flying literally at ground speed super fast. It's a less friction than otherwise. So in other words, what I'm trying to make the point is.
Pipe defecting around airflow restricted. This is
what
contributes to the cushioning.
Here's an explanation of it.
And closer to the ground surface.
So anyways, that's wing and ground. I think I had some more wing and ground ones. I just want to see some wing and ground. There's a couple of them. There's diagrams. Okay, so that was the other one. But then I want to show the Pentagon one. Pentagon. Let's go to the Pentagon quickly. I'm just trying to power through. Yeah, this is the Pentagon one. So again, so not only is the impossible plane speed at low altitude, but also they're flying at ground level. So the alleged hijackers also need to account for the wing and ground effect. So as they're going down, they're literally having a less drag and a higher lift. So somehow it's going to be like they're going to actually float above it. Yet they're still going down strong on it. So again, the absolute greatest like magicians and flyers of all time. All right, so that's that. Last one is Earth's magnetometer. That's included in this. Okay, MES 911 EMF draft video is essentially made. We'll publish it later, early this week. Next, it is epic. It's actually pretty epic. And if you haven't seen it, this is views. So the highest viewed live stream I had was literally the one I made 2 weeks ago on the electromagnetic interference. That's higher than all the other ones. And it's literally like a few weeks old. December 28th, 2,400 views. Even more than the 9/11 Avengers one on September 11th. Because that was pretty epic. And I'll show you that right now quickly. So we have 93 people. Okay, we're powering through. I'm going to go through it and then just end this live stream. Just through here's the draft I've made so far. I haven't actually, it's the first time I'm reviewing it. I haven't even reviewed the draft. So here it is. I'll play sound. This is electromagnetic interference. Okay, I'm making great live today, like always. I'm not comfortable with jumper stories that might be seen to be to prove heat or fire. How do you match stories with the transcripts of firefighters' communications where no fires are found? The firefighter, I mean the jumpers were being cooked to death. I think they were literally cooked like microwave energy, because some of them were taking their clothes off. So Timothy Sullivan's saying it's not from high heat. It's not from conventional heat. They're literally being cooked. Even in Judy Wood's book, she says that they were being cooked by some sort of microwave energy. So like for example, if you put paper, let's say you put paper and a piece of meat inside a microwave, the meat will cook, but not the paper. And so again, paper wasn't burned, but people were turned to dust. So that they were, and also firefighters say that in all their history, like all their lives, they probably have seen like one or two people in their life jump, because people want to survive. They don't want to assure death unless something's actually happening to them. So usually they would go where water is and so on. But somehow the water's probably what was. There's also sprinklers going off. So if their clothes are wet, and microwaves burn, they basically shake water molecules. So the more water that was on them was actually getting hotter on it. So they would literally overheat. You'll see some of them take their clothes off. Some of them are hanging on the side, taking their clothes off while they're literally about to die, and you're worrying about your clothes. And they're shirtless. Some of them I think I had jumper shirtless. Jumper shirtless. I gotta find these taking clothes jumper. Yeah, so this 9/11 jumper is not due to conventional heat that they're jumping, launching, taking their clothes off. So right here, 9/11 jumpers were literally taking their clothes off while holding hands onto the edge. You can see the Judy Wood presentation on it as well. I screenshot the man in the window. He's not the only one with no shirt. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of people with literally taking their shirts off. See some of these ones here. I think some of them I still like how there's music that gets copyright. Okay, so there's a couple things I want to show. First of all, when you upload a music AI video, if you want to avoid copyright music, you could use this AI video music remover. So this one, I removed the music in the background. This was epic music.
In Alaska, ground-based magnetometers.
So I removed this there. Anyways, so you can use this if you want to avoid copyright. Use this to remove background music. You can split up the vocals and music, and it works very, very well. It uses AI. U.S. never won a war, just battles, and never won a peace. Well, the thing is, war is just to spend money. U.S. spends near $1 trillion a year on military, and $1 trillion on the debt. So again, we're powering through. As whenever I get closer to the end, I kind of power through more and more stuff. Let's go to debt trillion. Okay, so here. So surging cost of U.S. government debt is it's at 1.1 trillion. So it's surpassing. Yeah. So despite the insane numbers, let's go. Given the high interest rate in government, our interest rate is now over 1 trillion annually. So it's over 1 trillion annually, and it's surpassed the actual debt of the. I mean, it surpassed the military spending. Let's go. Military spending is about 1 trillion, and it surpassed it. So in other words. $1 trillion goes to the military. Over $1 trillion goes to just pay interest on the debt. All right, so you got $2 trillion going to nothing, nothing useful. And according to the UN, you need about $40 billion a year to end world hunger. So in other words, poverty is by design. Poverty is by design. Even this whole illegal immigration stuff is by design. You have poor people running to places of opportunity. So in other words, all by design as per. The script. Alright, going further. Okay, the last part, here's the video. We're watching this first time. I'm just going to show a tiny bit of it. So this is electromagnetic interference right here. Yeah, see that glitch just before it hits?
What the hell was that?
Sounded like a plane crash.
Thomas Canavan's watch. Okay, anyways, this guy's watch turned off 3 minutes after that impact. Watch stopped working 3 minutes after the first impact on the North Tower. He was on the 47th floor, and the impact was on the 93rd floor. Yeah, so he was like 50 floors below, and it's still his phone stopped working. And going further, here's some more glitching out stuff. So what I wanted to show is I want to have shown, and I also included here seismologist of the Pentagon one. They said that the seismic signal didn't correspond to an actual plane crash, but an electrical disturbance. So I have like a whole bunch of epic lists right here. Anyways, this is going to be an epic. It's 42 minutes of random stuff glitching. The car's going boom. Yeah, and also this is one I wanted to talk about. This one, Judy would actually mention this in her lecture, but I'm the first one to show it. Okay, this is an actual. Okay, this one right here. With each WTC event. So the Earth's magnetic field actually shifted abruptly with each event. But this one I actually show the biggest one was actually visibly present. Event.
This was recorded in Alaska. Ground-based magnetic.
Okay, anyways, as people debating here, plan just think. If anybody mentions any thermite or flat Earth, I'll play it right here.
At 6 different locations.
Yes.
At precisely that moment, the Earth's magnetic field changed.
It seems this.
Yeah, so Earth's magnetic field, you see that? At each spot, it changed. And okay, it's hard working with this thing, including. But then Chris Hampton and Mark Conlon, they found that at the Shanksville there's also a spike, and at the Pentagon there's a spike. This one's at the Pentagon. It seems to be a spike right here. It goes down. This one goes down as well as the Shanksville one. A big spike downwards. Let's go back here. This is very good photos right here. Yes.
At precisely that moment, the Earth's magnetic field changed.
It's
and also notice going back there.
In Alaska.
I'm using this VLC. It's hard to work with. But anyway, notice the biggest drop is before WTC 7, before building 7. That's the biggest electromagnetic interference, and I'll actually prove it. And guys, I think we just broke the 100 barrier. We just broke the most live streamed, most congruent users ever. Let's do a congrats first, and then get back to our show. So we just broke the record, guys. 101. That's broke the record. We broke the 100, guys. We are in this. Let's go. Would the noise be from the missile? Well, the noise could be the could be the volumetric thingy. It could be actually the solid plasma. Like I think it has some solidity to it, but I definitely think it was some sort of underneath projectile, like underneath carrier that explodes. So I think it was some sort of a missile-like object underneath that hologram. Anyways, this is the Excel file. I'm gonna go back to the here. So we'll go back to electromagnetic interference.
Magnetometers at 6 different locations.
Yes.
At precisely that moment, the Earth's magnetic field changed.
It seems this would include the Pentagon event and Shanksville.
Yeah, and notice the Pentagon is also turning dust, and this Shanksville is a giant hole in the ground. The charts of Earth's okay, this one here, I have all 3 charts here, and I zoom in. This is the day before. So this is on Judy Wood's website, and she links to the government website. So this is actually official government website data. So you can. So this is the HZD. Basically, here's an example of it. This is a horizontal strength. This H of the magnetic field, Earth's magnetic field. And then this is the F. Then I have Z. Z is just the vertical component. And then you have D as the inclination. It's just the angle of it, wherever the strongest point is. So anyways, so the strongest point was, so basically in 3D would be this F direction of wherever the magnetic field is pointing. And then there's the, this is the D is relative from the true north, which is the spinning where it's rotating. And then magnetic north, where it's the actual pole. Alright, so let's play here. Magnetic field is plotted in terms of the horizontal component H, the vertical component Z, and the angle D between true north and magnetic north. Note the low... Okay, interesting world, the Earth is flat. Anyways, guys, please no Earth nonsense. Alright, just keep that to yourself unless you're joking. But even if you're joking, keep it in. But anyways, here's a day before. You see it perfectly flat. Variation for the day leading up to 9/11. All the magnetometer readings fluctuate greatly as the events of 9/11 unfold, including the biggest variation during the afternoon as Building 7 was turning to dust. So as Building 7 is turning to dust, and also there's a bunch of other stuff here. I also include this part. Dustification. And I have this 10x speed right here of, this is the, note the similar fuming or dustification as on the WTC. Okay, so that's Pentagon also fuming as well, also turning dust. And then I have a bunch of the Shanksville one.
There were 45.
The Shanksville hole is a funny one. I go through them all, but I just want to power through. I put this GIF as well. This is going to be, again, this is, I think this is another monumental video being done. This one right here. It's going to be part 33. And again, this is part 33 according to MES, my philosophy on life, MES duality. 33 is a big number. Again, that's why the Freemasons always 33. But also the 33rd of the MES 9/11 truth is I think one of the biggest ones as well. Is the 33rd edition of it.
A huge crater crashed in an open field.
So that's the GIF. If you believe that happened, I don't know what you want.
All that you really see there is a...
Okay, Admiral says he's a F-ear and knows when he's appropriate. The serum isn't appropriate. Oh, there it is. we have a flat earther with some decency. Let's go. Record of seismic shock is one of Judy Wood's most important arguments. Yeah, that is true.
A huge crater. You can't even see.
Okay, back. Okay, so there's a crater, but also about the seismic signal. Yeah, I think I mentioned. I didn't say it fully. Let's go back here. Where's the? It's right here. So this one here. So the seismic signals for the Pentagon. This one, I don't think Judy Wood even mentioned this. I'm not sure if she did. Correct me if I'm wrong. But so I got this first from Mark Conlon and Chris Hampton. So the seismic signals for the Pentagon impact were, quote, too high frequency and high amplitude to be associated with a plane crash, and seismologists concluded they were probably generated by an electrical disturbance. So this was at 9:37 is the Pentagon hit. This is 9:39. And this is, they said the largest signal at this point right here is probably generated by electrical disturbance. And they said there appears to be strong seismic signals around 9:38 at station MVL, but the signals are too high frequency and too high amplitude. And they give you some numbers, 3 to 8 nanometers per second at 139 kilometers. Compared to that with the towers, which is 230 and 260 nanometers. So it's about like 50% higher frequency. And hence it appears to be noise due to electrical disturbances. Like, what does that even mean? So they said that these waveforms indicate that we could not identify seismic signals associated with a plane impact into the Pentagon on September 11th. So they could not identify. I got to highlight this part. So they could not identify an actual plane crash signal. Instead, they got electrical disturbance. Okay. Oh, whoops! I closed it. I got to go back to it. So the last part is. So. Okay, the last part I'll show, and then I'll close the stream. Because we are at record round numbers, though. So that's pretty epic stuff. Anyways, great that the numbers are showing up. So as I showed earlier, the magnetometer data was the highest when Building 7 was turning to dust, and I can prove it's the highest, as I did in my last live stream. Let's go back over here. So the highest is is right here. This is building 7 goes poof, or it turns to like just falls after it turns to dust for 7 hours. This is the highest electromagnetic interference. Now, if you go to the building 7 footage, here's building 7 turning dust. I have turning dust.
Smoke is now out of the
Okay.
down.
Okay, I'm gonna go back. Here's building 7. Here's the building 7 turning dust. And this is at the highest electromagnetic interference, or the highest fluctuations in the Earth's magnetic field. So, and there's also a mystery plane there. This is when you're not supposed to get near that plane, near the thingy unless you're military. So, you can see static the entire time. Okay, let's continue further. Okay, there's also another mystery plane there. I captured all the mystery planes, so that's why it's been a while. I wanted to make this video absolutely epic. Okay, and then let's see some more stuff. And there's the mystery plane is still flying around it. So you got a mystery plane while all the aircraft are told to fly away. So that's a military plane. And again, and I fast forward a lot, but this is like literally you got like an hour of just dust, static. And this is a 20. I just sped up until we get some more, and there it is. All right, even as it's flying away, it's just look how far away it is from that as well. And also, speaking of this dust fumes in the air, it's not smoke, it's dust. The size of it, as the geoengineer showed me on his LiDAR data, and also overhead data from Google Earth, he was showing that it was literally massive. Like we're talking like you could see it from space, but yes, you can see it from space, but it's like massive. It's like entire towns size. So in other words, if you were to calculate how much material was missing, you can literally calculate just from the dust how thick it is, how dense it is, how wide it is, and just calculate the volume and density of the dust. You can literally, you would likely get exactly what the amount of material was, like 1,000,000+ tons of the Twin Towers. Nobody registered planes on camera. Nobody registered those planes on camera. I don't know what you mean. A lot of things were registered. Okay, look how far away it is, and it's gonna be still turning dust. And they're flying away, and it's still doing that. All right. Yeah. All right. With that, that's the video there. That's so we're pretty much done. But Simba Pockets Alt says, look at Kevin Cosgrove's last phone call, guys. I'll do it quickly. Last phone call on Earth. Kevin Cosgrove. Is this on the? Is this a passenger? I may have not looked at this one. I'm gonna look at this one here. Cosgrove. What? How do you spell his name? Is this a passenger? What is this guy? Kevin Cos. What's the name here? Made during the September 11th attacks, he was an executive. Oh, this is the 108. I think I have this guy. Yeah, I have this one on the Telegram. It's been a while. I have like thousands on my Telegram. Cosgrove. Yeah, this one here. Yeah, right before, and he was inside. He was inside the Northwest Tower, literally right before it fell, and again indicating there's very little heat in any of the towers. I'm gonna go fast.
Have ever listened to it.
O-S-T-A-R-U. Right, that's the office we're in. There's 3 of us in here. O-S-T-A-R-U. O-S-T-A-R-U. Hello? Hello? We're looking at the financial center. 3 of us, 2 broken windows. Oh, God!
Yeah. And yeah, so he's yelling there. So he's 105th floor. Again, there's very little heat. All right, guys, that's all for me, guys. Miguel 1990 says, why did it take 7 hours? Building 7 was purposely made to look like, just from the visually impaired, to make it look like it's a conventional level demolition, so that the AA9 level intrudes. So Building 7 was used for the cover-up. Was literally used for AA9 level intrudes, investigate Building 7, never forget Building 7, mumbo jumbo, all those lies and stuff. Again, for those who, because we have like record-breaking, like we just shattered record. We have 119 right now. I think we had 120 earlier. Yeah, we had 120 earlier for a second. Yeah, so 120 earlier, and for those who haven't seen it, because we have a bunch of new guys, part 14, Building 7 turning dust and it was turning dust even weeks after. And again, you go fast forward, you can see it all turning dust, 7+ hours of just like thick dust. I have this 45 times speed, but I'm now making it 100 times speed, 1,000 times. You can see this all going on, 7 hours, and I compress it into 14 minutes. And
100 feet, and I'm telling you, this smoke is probably 5,000 feet into the air. I've never seen anything like this in my life. And again, the smoke is getting much thicker. It seems to have rekindled.
Again, so she's never seen anything like that before, going up that high, and so on. And lastly, after it fell down quietly, again, very quietly, and in the distant agents, when you bring up the quiet thing, they say, oh, maybe they have advanced nano thermite that is have soundless explosions. Anyways, just nonsense all day. And Catherine Whedon says, you actually came up on my YouTube feed. Epic stuff. Building 7 was farthest from the weapon. But no, conspiracy theorist says farthest, but I think Building 7 was done on purpose to make it look like a controlled demo, and a while after. And you can see this is how many weeks after. This is fuming, and like at least this is I think a week or 2 after. When did I yeah, unconfirmed time. I put an unconfirmed time, but it's like fuming non-stop, and they're still trying to put water out it. Yeah, I think okay. This is December 18th, 19th, so like a full week later, and it's still fuming. No fire does this. No thermite does that. Nothing does that. But continuous nuclear reactions. Okay, watchtowers go. I was thinking a guy later died. Okay, anyways, guys. And it was barely any fires. Number 7 literally had the slow deacification. There's very, very, very little fires. You can literally zoom in. There's just all you see is gray and like thick dust, and barely any fires anywhere. Anyways, guys, that is all, guys. I'm losing my stream as I'm pumping up highest record, guys. And it was at 122. We keep getting more and more people. Okay, guys, thanks for joining. I can't believe I'm still doing the new things by 9/11 even now. Yeah, keep going, guys. Thanks for joining this record stream. And I'll let you guys know how the Hutchison edibles go. No molten metal. Well, no high heat metal. Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Saint David's. Okay, we have comments everywhere, guys. We got chats on chats. We got. All right, guys. Have a good day, guys. And that's all. I'm gonna end the stream and then finish this stuff. Anyways, guys, thanks for joining and have a great day. And yeah. And anyways, make sure to donate cash money and so on. Anyways, I'm gonna end this in 3, 2, 1, go.